And now, introducing the new SneakyG Man store on SD. All you got to do, go on to SD, type in SneakyG Man store, and you could get your very own Are You My Malacca shirt, Samsung cell phone case, or just a cap or a beanie. Let's go Giants. Ow. Hey guys, I appreciate you wanting to enjoy the show. First, I got to give a couple shout outs. First off, I want to give a shout out to dresscomfy.com. She has the latest and greatest for SneakyG Man merch. So please, check it out. dresscomfy.com. Also want to give a shout out to 3 a.m. water hydration for the go-getters. Natural spring water. Go get it. Now let's go do the damn thing. Before we do the damn thing, I got to give a shout out to George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M replica trophies. Guys, Father's Day coming up soon. This is the perfect gift. Matter of fact, this is the perfect gift for any occasion. I mean, who wouldn't want a replica Super Bowl trophy of their team? The team that got the ultimate prize, the Lombardi Trophy. So when you get a chance, go to his Facebook page, George's Trophies, a.k.a. Sergeant M's replica trophies. Now, we gonna do the damn thing.
You're listening to Make It Count, the SneakyG podcast on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants. Ow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG. Okay, we got a lot to talk about. TP, I see you. Hope you could come on. I'm gonna need some help tonight. I'm gonna need some. Look, I'm not a psychic, but I'm gonna need some help tonight. Oh man, I feel like it's. And you know what? I got to give a shout out to Justin, one half of Talking Giants. He said it beautifully, and I was actually gonna say, what did he made a reference to a soap opera, and I was gonna say the same thing, as the wheel turn or as the day goes by, because, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is nothing short of a soap opera. Now, not the kind of soap opera like Dallas, like Who Shot JR? You know, a lot of you young bucks don't know what I'm talking about, right? It's kind of like a WWE type soap opera, because let's call a spade, right? Wrestling is nothing but a male version of a soap opera. That's all it is. All right, that's all. And I'm not gonna say it's fake, it's real, because them wrestlers, they're professional athletes, okay? But let me put out hold on, before I go on to it, let me just put the link out so we can Tanya, I see you. Yeah, Days of Our Lives. Yes. When the Giants season is depressing, We expressy. That's the link, guys. I'm sorry. I like that. I like that, Tanya. I don't see you live on YouTube. Oh, you know why? Sully, hold up. Hold up. That's why. Because for some reason I didn't add it. I had to make it count, but I didn't add mine. Okay. Hopefully that'll do it. Okay. You know what? I think what I want to do first is I want to state my case of why I still won't blame. I mean, now is Daniel Jones at fault for this loss? Yes, he is. I mean, but a little bit, not the whole loss, but some of it. Okay. Defense played lights out football. I'm talking defense played, and Coach Dable said they played defense, or winnable defense, or whatever you want to call it. They played an outstanding game on defense, but one play was 46 yards or something, 47 yards, something like that. Other than that, and the missed opportunity of a fumble. Okay. Missed opportunity of a fumble. Okay. TP, I got it up, man. It's up. Hopefully you can see it now. And I need you to join ASAP. We did not play great offensively. Now, is that all of Daniel Jones's fault? We'll talk about that tonight. I personally, I'm going to say not all of it. No, not all. But I do have some questions on the offensive side of the ball. Now, I just found out that, okay, TP, I see you. I just found out that Thomas had a foot injury, maybe out for the year. Great. I mean, you just love it. You know, that's something you can't plan for. And also I need to have a better understanding about Hyatt and his role in this offense. There was a couple plays that I felt that he did not run the route as he should have, I mean, at full speed. And I could be wrong. I think that incomplete slant, I think he rushed that route a little bit. I think, Corey, you got jokes. Corey. Because I know you like that TikTok I did about the Cowboys. I know you like that TikTok. Where I was like, this just in. Detroit just scored again. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm losing my train of thought, so I'm reading the comments. There was some drop balls. The running game was decent. Yes, Sully. He wasn't giving 100% on his routes. Let me go ahead and bring these guys on real quick. Okay, hold on. So, Danny, I got to tell everybody. So, somehow, I don't know why, Danny and I were in a group, okay, and an NFL group on Instagram, and I got a phone call today. I don't know who made the call. It wasn't me. I don't know who made the call.
And it wasn't me either.
But we just so happened to answer, okay? And Danny was like, "You doing the show tonight?" He didn't say, "Hey, how you doing?" He didn't say, "Oh, you ain't at work? What you doing at home?" "We doing a show tonight." I said, "Yes." No. I said, "Is the Pope Catholic?" That's what I said. So Danny, I'm gonna let you go first. Only because you want we were gonna we talked this morning briefly,
Mm-hmm.
and then Logic, and then of course, and I'm gonna hold off a little bit. I mean, hopefully by then we'll get some more. We'll get the guys coming in, and then we'll also have that conversation. But Danny, go ahead. What do you got?
All right. This is why I said the last show you had, I was not ready to jump on that Daniel Jones train.
Okay.
And this is why.
Don't
Because
hold back.
he
Don't hold back.
no,
Give it to
no,
me.
definitely. I'm not holding back. I'm not
Yeah.
holding back. I'm sticking to my what I said before. Um he's gonna make you look like a fool. He's gonna make you believe, yes, he's our guy. And it's sneaky. I know you're gonna, you're a Giants fan diehard, and I know you're gonna pull for whoever's quarterbacking our Giants. I get that. You and TP, I get that.
But
But this guy is making you and TP look like crazies right now. And I mean that in the most positive way I can.
which is
You
definitely
know what I'm
possible.
saying? I love
Yeah.
you guys. I love you guys.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I mean, he is making the same mistakes over and over and over. That interception, bro,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
to either throw it out of bounds or just take the effing sack.
I don't even know who he was throwing to right there. I'll be
I don't
honest.
know either, bro.
He
Like
just threw it up.
you're just throwing it up like, yeah, somebody's gonna catch it in the end zone. You don't have that skill, bro. I'm sorry, you're not Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, and to top it off, his primetime record, bro. He's not a franchise quarterback if your primetime record is like that, bro.
It's bad.
It is
It's bad.
horrible. You can't be a franchise quarterback if you have a shitty primetime football record.
Mm-hmm.
That basically saying when the lights are on you, you fucking crumble.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, when are we just gonna say, listen, let's move on. It didn't work out. You go your way, we go ours. That's it. We're gonna just take the L. We gave you the 40 million, whatever. We're gonna take that L and just move it on. That's it. That's it.
Gotcha.
But you know what I'm saying? I just feel bad for you and TP because he's
And
making you
yeah.
he's make excuse me, he's making you look like it's like, yeah, I don't know. I just it's a headache. It's a headache, dude. It's a headache. And that was a winnable game. That was a
Oh yeah.
winnable game. That was a winnable game. It just we always find a way to lose the fucking game.
Yeah. Logic, go
And
ahead.
then
What do you got?
yeah, go ahead,
I'm
Logic. Go
sorry.
ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm gonna touch on that
Now,
interception again.
Logic, before you go, I'm not gonna give you as much time as I did Danny. I kind
I
of
had to get
let
off my
him
chest. I'm
go
sorry.
over, but go ahead. You got. I'll give
It's
you two
okay.
minutes.
I'm not gonna rip you that bad. I'm not gonna rip you that bad. But I'm gonna tell you this. I said it last week. He proved me wrong last week, but he didn't prove me wrong this week. It's the consistency that I'm talking about. And we were at home, and we should have won that mother flowing game. I don't care what anybody says. There's no reason why he's gonna throw that ball up in the air like that. No reason. Okay. You're the NFL. You're not in college. You're not in high school anymore. You don't just, "Oh, I'm going to throw it up towards the middle of the field and pray to God one of my guys get it." There was no Giants anywhere near that ball where he threw it. He should have thrown that he should have thrown that out. Goodbye. You don't want to get sacked? Throw it to the sideline. Get it out of here. I'm just, I'm, my thing is we win one week, we lose the following week. And we should have won that game on Sunday. There is no doubt in my mind that we shouldn't have won that game. We should have won that game. The way the defense was playing, Are you kidding me? We should have won that game. But again, we get the ball back at a reasonable amount of yards to get into the end zone, and we still don't make it in the end zone. Come on, man. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Finish the drives. I, I don't know what else to say. I'm watching the game and I got all pissed off. I watched the game on my phone. That's how I turned it off because otherwise I'm going to throw my phone across the room. That's how aggravated I got. I was pissed. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, every time you see a little bit of light, poof, he shits the bed the following week. Now, me personally, I think what we should have done that year that he had a good year is traded his fucking ass for a better quarterback. That's been my opinion since then. And when they offered him $40 million, I said, oh, that's a mistake. Mistake.
Yeah, go ahead.
Big
What do you
time.
got? Okay. So the interception, I was super pissed off at. I wasn't necessarily, this is going to sound weird. I wasn't necessarily pissed off about the interception in general because I've grown accustomed to seeing Daniel Jones do that type of stuff. What bothered me the most is where they were when he threw it, and they literally drove down the field. So a couple weeks ago, everybody wanted to put the blame on Singletary because that third quarter drive, man, we were on our way to the end zone again, and he coughed up that ball. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And people are going to defend Jones on that. But that's not even what pissed me off. Again, he's not looking through his progressions. And people are going to say that Brian Daboll called a bad game. He's got to, develop more passes downfield. No, I am 100% with Brian Daboll. I'm not going to say he called a good game because he didn't. He called an okay game.
I liked his aggressiveness though. He keep winning on the fourth down.
Yeah. My point is it's not that Daniel Jones isn't getting the plays to throw it downfield. They don't want to give him the plays to throw downfield because he's either underthrowing or overthrowing guys. That's number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, when you're talking about his progressions, we were literally on a drive to possibly go up. I'm not going to say win because Cincinnati, as we know, is a powerful offensive team. I mean, our defense was playing, like you said, pretty much lights out. But we were driving down the field, and I appreciate Daboll on the fourth downs. He's trying to get some kind of spark. I get it. It's basically our last shot. It's a fourth down. I think it was like 4th and 8. And they showed it from behind Daniel. And I'm going, you have got to be kidding me. Because this is what pisses me off the most about it. It was proof that all he does is focus on his first progression. And it was proof that that's the only thing he looks at. Because if you look in that range that he had, Slayton was the only one covered.
I know that.
He had two people open.
I think he had Wandell on the left, wide open for at least the first down, and he probably could have turned around and got it out of bounds to stop the clock. And I forget who else was downfield. I forget who it was. It might have been Hodgins, who was downfield and wide open, a good 15, 20 yards. And what did he do? He did everything that everyone knew he was going to do. He threw a ball to a well-covered Darius Slayton. Now, I'm not going to put the whole game on Daniel Jones because it is a team game. But I am going to go to this too, and I'm not going to be apologetic about any of this. You guys can make all the points you want. I'm done with this kid. Done. I don't care if he takes us to the playoffs from here on. I don't care if we go undefeated from here on. I am done with this kid. The fact that he just the balls he's throwing, everybody's going to sit here and the ball hit the receiver in the hands. The ball hit the receiver in the hands. You know what? If I'm running and my quarterback throws behind me and I throw my hand out, guess what? It hit me in the hand. Does that mean I should catch that? No. So when now you're looking at a receiver that's reaching back with both hands and you expect him to catch that? No. Yes, balls are going to hit him in the hands because they're going for the ball. Daniel Jones occasionally throws a good ball. occasionally can have a streak of throwing good balls. Overall, you can't depend on him to make the throws when you need those throws. You can't depend on him to be. Now everybody was talking. He's the Eli Manning 2.0. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit, and it has nothing to do with the wins. He does not have, and I said this before, the instinct of a starting professional quarterback. He's a very good, I'm stretching that, backup at best. He can come in and win you a game if your quarterback's out for a game. But to depend on this kid to take us any further than we got, and again, let's put that season, the majority of it on Saquon because he did carry us. Daniel Jones did well. I'm not going to say he didn't, but the fact of the matter is this. I'm done with this kid. He's making rookie mistakes. I said it in my TikTok. His first year, he played pretty well for his rookie year. His second year, not so good, but they all tend to have that, sophomore slump. His third and fourth year, he was hurt. I get it. You go into the fourth year and, he makes a playoff run. Great. Cool. We've been sold, a bag of magic beans that didn't work. And then he comes back the next year and looks like exactly what he did 2 years prior and looks almost exactly like the same guy now. When is enough enough? I listen, I know he's going to be our quarterback for how much longer? I have no idea. And I'm going to root for him to win. But my God, bro, if I keep seeing this same play game after game after game, we can't blow teams out. Every game has to be in it, and we have to put it in Daniel Jones' hands, and we see where that goes. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. The one thing that bothers me more than anything else, and I said this in my TikTok this morning too, is that I'm used to it. As a sports fan, you should never have to say them words, ever. I said, you look at the Eagles, who it took 54 years to win a Super Bowl, right? I'm sure they were pissed off the whole time with saying, "Oh, I'm used to it," but I know they said it. You look at the Cowboys; they're in a stretch right now of 30 years.
29, but who's counting?
But my point is still the same. I'm done. I'm tired. I can't do this with this kid anymore. It's the same stuff over and over. If it was different things, like, maybe he did hit Darius Slayton in stride and the ball popped that in and out of his hands when it should have been caught. There are a few of them. But again, when it comes down to the one thing that Eli Manning surely had over Daniel Jones will not be clutch. And that's what we need.
And and before you go, Sneaky, I know you got a point. I want to make one more point for you. We have this thing, like, we built this team completely. We just built this team around Daniel Jones, right?
Yeah.
Offensive line, check. Right? Defense, check. Running game, check.
Weapons.
What else do you want, bro?
Weapons,
what excuse can you make for him anymore, bro?
You can't.
Well, you can't. You know
what I'm saying?
So what I saw an interesting stat today, where the defense has yet to let anybody score more than 21 points.
Dude, we lead the league in sacks.
And we lead the league in sacks. And we we're sitting at 2-4 right now. TP, I see you. I'm gonna let me bring him up, and then Daryl, Jalen, and Sully. I see you. Don't go anywhere, okay? Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna bring you guys up in a sec.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing this evening?
What up?
Oh, where did TP go?
Oh,
I just okay.
Can
Well,
I pick you back off of Ant real quick? Can I pick you back?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would just like to say, yeah, that was like Ant was saying on that 4th and 3, where you can see where he was supposed to go with the ball. Hell, he could have scored Johnson. That was the tight end. That was Johnson right there. Teams. He could have scored a touchdown. And I'm being honest, the boy was wide open.
You know why? Do you know why, Daryl? Because we're fucking predictable. That's why. That's why.
So I'll say this. So when the interception happened, I immediately shook my head. And I was like, you can't. I said, you can't do that. You cannot do that in an NFL game, especially a game that is that close. Okay. You know what? I didn't. I need to pull up the box scores. So I was looking at it too. For some reason, to me, it took a while for Turbo to get going, and I'm not putting it all on Turbo. I'm just saying it took him a while to get going. That's one. And I don't know when Thomas got the injury, but he was getting destroyed.
Hendrickson was schooling him all night. Yeah,
he was destroying him.
That's where I say that's the one thing I think that I'm going to put on Dayball is we went up against, was it the top or bottom 3 running defense in the league, and we start the game with a bunch of passes. Don't get me wrong, they were working. We worked our way downfield, and an interception happened.
When you were talking about, and I do remember there was quite a few times that we did 3 passes consecutively. Like it was like 2 series where it was like back-to-back passes, and at some point you got to run the ball, no matter if you're successful or not. Logic, I'm gonna mute you real quick. Even if you're successful or not, you got to run the ball. Secondly, I don't mind the aggressiveness of going for it on 4th down. Because keep in mind, we got a new punter. We just signed him. We're not familiar with him. Okay,
he was trash. He was trash.
Well, I mean, he did what he did what he was brought in to do. Okay. But at some point you got to punt the ball, especially when you got your 20 or 30-yard line where you're setting your defense up. Now, the one plus I'll say about the interception, it didn't cost us anything. We didn't lose any. They didn't score any points. They didn't get a field goal or a touchdown. Only thing it really truly cost us was time off the clock. And like I said before, I believe in the defense. They played lights out football, except for one play. I mean, when we could put that on coaching. TP, go ahead. What do you got, man?
All right, what's up, fellas?
What's up, TP?
What's up, TP?
So there's 2 parts to it, right? So let's I guess we're gonna stick on the Daniel Jones thing first. The first thing is, let me just get this out the way. He played bad. He played bad football, and I will say that he probably was the biggest piece on why we didn't get a win. So that's how I feel about that. On the other side to it, though, I think I'm accustomed to when we lose and when Daniel Jones doesn't look good, I'm accustomed to the overreactions. Like I'm used to it because Daniel Jones is, I'm not going to say the only quarterback because I think there are other quarterbacks even in this division that the fan base is kind of going crazy over. But Daniel Jones can't afford not to have a good game. And that's something that I've learned. He has a bad game and his job is on the line. This man's going to be crucified and he's the worst thing in the NFL. Also, no one can see past that. No one can see past Daniel Jones having a bad game. Because I've been listening to so many takes on this game. And I think it's interesting how nobody brings up, I'm not nobody in a literal sense, but it's interesting how nobody brings up the flags that were excessive. No one brings up the missed field goals. No one brings up the receivers and the lack of talent that the receivers have. I'm sitting there I'm thinking about all the receivers that even our own has faced. CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, whatever, and the list goes on. And we can't be that towards other teams because we have neighbors who was out. Meanwhile, we got Jalen Hyatt who's out there who looked like he don't even want to play ball. Now, granted, again, I want to be clear. This is not me taking the heat off of Daniel Jones and me saying that he wasn't the big part of why we lost. But this is again me saying like this. There's a hypocrisy to the whole thing. There's only just one eyesight tunnel view to the bigger picture. And also, I don't think that Coach Dable necessarily coached the greatest game. I think he coached us well enough to win, but I don't think he coached the greatest game. So that's how I feel. The summary of everything. That's how I feel.
I did forget to bring up the 2 missed field goals. That would have definitely changed the flavor of the game. And the missed calls. That pass that Barrow completed late in the game, there was a hold on Burns that was not called. It was a clear hold on Burns that was not called.
So watch, the funny thing about it is I have a feeling that Daniel Jones is going to go against Philadelphia and he's going to go off.
I hope so.
I hope you're right. I really do.
I mean, and that's with the thinking process of Malik Neighbors being back as well.
I hope we can find a viable left tackle because it looks like Thomas is going to be out for the year.
Oh, Evan Neal's being brought up, I think, back.
Mike, you got to stop doing that, dude. You got to stop telling me what to tell Sneaky to do. He sees it in the comments. We'll bring you on when he brings you on. This ain't my show.
Yeah, don't mess up the rhythm, man, because we're in conversation right now.
I think Aluminum might play left tackle.
Let me bring up Jalen and Sally real quick. Jalen, I'm going to give you a minute, man. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on the game.
Okay. All right. Truth. Half the game, I was just sitting here going, what the absolute hell was all that from the offense? Because it seemed like DJ just forgot how to do everything. And that interception pissed me off to no end. I was like, what the hell? What were you doing? What were you doing?
If he would have played better in the rest of the game, then I'm pretty sure that interception would have been, in the back.
And again, like I said, the interception was a clear mistake. But the only thing it truly cost us was time off the clock.
But do you see my point? Do you see my point? And this is not to knock you, Jalen, because I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Go ahead,
but
Jalen.
You see how, when you talk about the game, the only thing that is brought up is Daniel Jones' play.
Yeah. I'm not saying that this loss was all on him. He was a piece of it.
Well,
it's not all his fault. It's not all his fault. But it's just it seems like whenever we lose, it's always Daniel Jones's mistakes are always highlighted.
Well, that's highlighted because he's the quarterback of the team. I mean, even when we lost the Commanders, and clearly I would not put the loss on him.
I don't understand how you could.
But because we lost the game, they're gonna put that on. People are saying get rid of Jones. I'm like, damn, you really haven't watched the game. And I'm going to be honest. And I mean, in TP, I'm going to push back on what you were saying earlier. I would honestly fight and say that, matter of fact, I went on GW's live after the game.
Yep.
And I said wholeheartedly, I said, if you blame Jones for this loss,
you didn't watch the game.
You did not watch the game, because we had opportunities to capitalize on our own mistakes, and we didn't. Again, I think, I'll be honest, I think I think we went for it too much on fourth down, although I do appreciate what Dable was doing.
Seems like that 2022.
We were so, and another thing too I want to bring up lately, I mean, we are owning teams in time of possession. We had the ball damn near 34 minutes. Well, it's 34 minutes and 7 seconds.
I think that's one of the most
since he
impressive
had
parts.
it when since he had it for 25 minutes and 54 seconds.
Oh.
But
I think the reason that Daniel Jones gets most of the blame is one, as everybody knows, the quarterback takes the biggest hits no matter what he does, for the most part.
True.
But I think the thing that resonates more with fans is you're a team captain. You're the one that the team is supposed to look up to for the energy, for the consistency, and when they're not getting that, and I won't say the team reacted because they played the whole game. I'm not going to say, they got tired. I'm not going to say they gave up.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say that because that didn't happen. But again, this is what the fans look at. You're the captain of this team. You're the quarterback. You're the main guy. Like, we're not asking you to be Superman. We're asking you to fix the little mistakes and work on them week after week after week. And it for a few weeks there, it looked like he was doing that. Then all of a sudden, we got typical Daniel Jones back.
Well, see, that's my
part of the
argument.
problem.
That's my argument, Ant, is this past game, I'm with you 100%. And that's why I say when it comes to this last game, I will say that he was the biggest reason, or whatever you would name it, because he is the quarterback. But notice how at the end of the game, if you think about all the games, notice how he ended the end of the games. This game was the opposite of what he's shown us in previous games. This game, they gave him a chance to win the game, and he was the one who dropped the ball. So I'm consistent in my train of thought. But my only thing is the previous games, I just don't feel like the assessments were true. Now, I'm looking at the game like, what more do you want your captain, your quarterback, to do? He's doing what he can do, but the receivers have to complement that at some point.
I get that, but my thing is as the person, I can't speak for everybody, but the person I'm looking at Daniel Jones those last 3 weeks before this past week, and I'm going, okay, he's getting better. He's showing signs, even from week one. I gave him a pass right off the bat because I was on board with, he's coming off a major injury. Even though he looked bad in the preseason, that's what preseason for, shake the rust off. And he was still doing that. I get that. But you go to the next 3 weeks, he looked good against Washington, even though we lost. Then we came and beat Cleveland, and we beat Seattle, and everything was looking good. And he was getting better each and every game. But to see him take that step back the way he did this past week, and again, I'm not Nostradamus here. I can't predict that he's going to come out and be the same Daniel Jones. The problem is based off of what we've seen the last 5 years. That's almost what we expect, because there's been more bad games than there have been good games. It all kind of ties in, and I don't want to sit here and say, again, it's a team sport. I don't want to sit here and say it's all Daniel Jones's fault. But when you're the guy, when you're the captain, your team tends to feed off of that. And again, I'm not saying nobody gave up or anything, but it just to me, it's the same mistakes he was making before, and it seems like everything's coming full circle. And again, I keep going to that playoff run, and you leave Saquon's name out of it, and I'm fine with that because Daniel Jones did have a good year that year. I will leave his name out of it, not a problem. But then to come back the very next year and look like the guy that everybody wants out of this game, it to me, that's mind-blowing. To me, that says that it's the kid he was year one, even though you don't expect much out of a rookie. He was the kid he was year two, even though you wanted to bring in the sophomore slump. Then year three, he comes and gets hurt. Okay, I'll give him a pass on that. Year four, he's almost banged up and hurt again. Year five, he comes in and he plays and he looks okay, but for the most part, he looks like he's lost again.
And
And
you know,
again,
and you
Bob
know,
has
and
to
you know
too.
what, and you know what, as a fan base, we deserve a quarterback that going into a Sunday game, a Thursday night game, a Monday night game. We should go into those games without a sense of nervousness.
I
Yeah,
think a
Because
lot of
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Well, I
I
think
think
also
Daniel,
too, and you were talking about something about giving up, and I got to throw out Banks there again today because
Hey, Sneaky, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you, but is someone have their window down or something?
No, that's
yeah, I'm getting
I'm
that.
in my truck driving home, man. So you probably hearing my seatbelt alarm going off.
all
God.
right,
Oh,
I'll mute you till you're ready to talk, Sully. I got you. Banks last week or week before the Seattle game, I praised him on how he had Metcalf on lock
Yep.
because of the lack of effort that
Yeah.
he was having with CeeDee Lamb.
Mhm.
If we want to hold players, now I get it. The quarterback is the guy. He gets the big bucks. I get that part. But we also got to hold other players accountable too. Now I already talked about Thomas and his possible injury. I did mention Hyatt in his
Lack of effort.
I don't
Lack
say
of
lack of
play.
effort or just I don't even think he knew what was going. To me, it didn't look like he knew what he was going on the field.
He was
Okay?
begging for flags. That bothers me.
Yeah. But we also got to hold Banks to some kind of accountability as well because his lack of effort is just killing me. When that running back, broke through the line, and then when he made it to that second tier level where the linebackers at, it wasn't. I mean, I knew that. I just had a feeling that there ain't no way in hell Banks is going to get him. Like I could. I mean, it's like I wanted him to prove me wrong in that one moment, and I
And I'm
knew.
not,
And I mean, and just I just saw some plays from Banks that it didn't look like he wanted to get on the ground. It didn't look like he wanted to tackle. It didn't look like he wanted to make plays. And it's quite frustrating. I need some consistency from that. Now, I do think the fact that we didn't have Thibodeau hurt us. Although Burns
I
had a
don't
good
know. I'm
game.
going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with that.
You don't
I
think?
think
I will.
I think the D played better without Thibodeau. I think
Yeah,
Ojulari fits that
man.
scheme better than
Right.
Thibodeau does.
Yeah, because Aziz had a game on Sunday, man. Him and Burns got after it.
The only thing
Big
I have against Aziz, and tell me you guys didn't think this, when he missed that tackle where Burrow was going into the end zone,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
first
I
thing
was.
that came to my mind was Matthias Kiwanuka,
Yeah.
that Tennessee game.
Oof.
but to be honest with you, I think it's like a defensive problem because I was watching the defense, especially the secondary, all day go for the strip instead of the tackle.
Yeah, no,
For
you're
some
right.
reason, that's the thing.
I saw that too, TP. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. They got to go for the
But
tackle instead of doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Just go
yeah,
for the
but
tackle.
I would like to also see Aziz in this game too, because it's so easy to be, uh, reactional and just say, "Oh, Aziz over Kayvon." But
Yeah, but
I would also argue that this matchup kind of favored them when we talk about offensive lines.
yeah, but
So
if you look at the few
True.
games prior, when Kayvon is in the lineup, I'm not gonna say he's horrible because I don't think he is, but I think when even the Seattle game, in my opinion, when Aziz was in there, that's when they were getting the bigger pushes. And again, I'm not saying that's on Thibodeau. That could have been the scheme and the way it was drawn up. But
Yeah.
when Aziz was in there, I just felt like the energy was higher.
uh, yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough because they are so like one and the same in a way,
Yeah.
and it is kind of hard to just kind of like just compare them two because I think they're both really good. I think they're both really good,
And I'm
but I
gonna
mean,
and a lot of the guys in here know I'm gonna be a little biased to Aziz because that's my guy.
but I mean, ultimately, it's like it really comes down to the point, like, what can we really complain about versus this defense? Because I don't know about y'all, but
Yeah.
I'm listening to everybody pregame and before the game started, and I'm thinking everybody was imagining that the Bengals was going to at least put up 20 plus.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't think that at all.
Oh, I did.
I actually thought this game was going to be like 21-14 us. I just had a feeling they weren't going to hit 20.
I truly believed even at 1-4 that they came in as the better team. But I will say this: I didn't. How do I want to put this? I didn't think it was going to be a blowout, but if it was, it would not have surprised me. Because of how explosive that offense is. But what it did positively is give me a better idea of who our defense is and how good our defense can be.
Yeah.
So to me, that showed a lot for our defense in the way of, you know what? We're starting to put something together here.
Oh,
Man, if you
shoot.
would have
My
told me
bad,
that,
Ludwig. So,
if you-
TP, let me ask you a question real quick. What areas? And I don't know if you can answer this because I mean, you and I, you know, we're Team Jones all the way. What areas do you think Jones could improve his game on? What do you think?
I think that Jones' main thing is getting in his own head. I think that's like his main thing. When it comes to abilities, I think he has the abilities to do most, if not, all the things a good quarterback can do. But when we talk about that interception, my opinion of it, and is of course I can't tell you definitively, but this is my opinion. I think that on that interception play, I think he was literally like, man, look, last week I bombed that thing and it worked. So I'm gonna try to bomb this thing this game and see if it works. And I just think like that's such a horrible way you want your veteran quarterback to be thinking. Because if you take what the defense is giving you, you're making that pass to Tracy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So it's just
I agree with you. I agree to the point that it's almost like we're looking at DJ not to build his confidence. We're looking at him during those 3 weeks, build his confidence. When this happens, you almost got to say, well, maybe it's not his confidence that's getting the lift. It's more of, and again, I don't think he's a selfish person, but it's almost like an ego thing. Almost like and again, I guess as a quarterback, you kind of have to have that attitude of coming out and be like, you know what, I'm the man. I'm gonna get this game. I'm gonna do my thing. And then when it starts falling apart, and that's why I think it's more of an ego thing. It starts to fall apart, then your ego changes on yourself and you start to get down on yourself and you start making bad plays, you start making bad decisions. And I think his confidence needs to be the forefront, because the one thing I've always said that Daniel Jones lacks, even in his good games, is the quarterback instinct. It seems like it's for him to win and do his best, it has to be more the game plan than him. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. That's kind of what I'm saying.
But you know what's funny? I hear a lot of people saying that he made wrong reads. I went back and watched the highlights to that game, and I even put a video up on my channel. The reads weren't the thing. Where he was off at, and where he was just his misjudgment was completely off, was just the overthinking. Like in the end of the game, Wandell was the read. Wandell was the pass to make. You just got to get rid of the ball earlier. And
well,
that's what happened.
You got to identify that linebacker sitting there too when you got that out. I mean, to me, throwing on my quarterback hat, if I'm looking at a receiver and if I'm looking at my first read and I see a linebacker on his outside shoulder, I know to throw it inside. I mean, I get that, but the way he was covering it. And you had the out. I mean, you had the out of bounds. And I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Hyatt
Slayton,
or it was Slayton on the end, right? Yeah. I mean, you can use the out of bounds as your buddy.
But see, that's what frustrated me, is because the first read is Wandell. If you don't get rid of the ball in time, then like you said, Sneak, Slayton is right there. Slayton is literally right there, wide open. And that's the mental area, and that's that. I mean, that's the downfall of it all, man. That's the downfall of it all. But I definitely, I still stand on a point to where I do think that you can win with DJ, and I think this was just a bad game by him. Unfortunately, it's horrible timing,
Yeah.
and the bad game equal to us losing to a team that we're supposed to beat, especially when our defense is playing the way they're playing.
And
So,
the problem now too, we're going in future games without our best offensive tackle.
oh yeah,
That's going to be an issue because it's going to be Jones's blind side. Now, I hate to jinx the guy, but he didn't fumble at all last game or the previous game that I can recall.
You
I
talking
just
about DJ? You talking about
No,
DJ?
I'm talking about DJ.
I just want to say TP and Sneaky. I just want to let you two guys know I passed away this weekend because I jumped off of a moving train.
Oh, so
I was wondering where you were going with that. I'm like,
I
hold
was
up,
wondering where you
what?
were going with that.
What? Hey, you know what that reminds me of? Y'all remember that YouTube where they got the girl that's getting arrested?
Yeah.
And she said, I'm legally blind in my eye. I broke my back. And then the one dude talking about for child support, he's like, she can't file child support. I'm dead. I'm legally dead.
Yeah, and I appreciate DJ, trying to use his legs. You know what I'm saying, to get us,
Yeah,
offensively going. But you
but
got to
even
learn
with
how to do it
even
the
with
smart way.
yeah, but
He's
even with
Yeah,
taking
he
too many
definitely
that,
got
hits,
to
like
slide
bro.
because he gonna get himself hurt again.
he
Dude,
gotta
like, yo,
yeah.
just go out of bounds.
I'll tell you
Just go
one
out of
thing,
bounds or slide early.
not to change the subject too much.
Okay.
But the one thing, if it turns out Thomas, I mean, he's going to be out for at least a few weeks, if not the whole season.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see what's going to happen because it looks like Evan Neal may get his wish and be put in at left tackle,
That's what they're saying. Yeah,
Wait,
I was reading that. Yep. Yeah.
and that's supposedly his spot that he's confident in. We're going to see.
I'm sorry.
We'll
That's
find
what
out.
he's confident
We'll
in.
find out, man.
well, I
That's-
also wonder. I
That's
wonder if
actually
they're gonna.
really funny.
I wonder if they're gonna move Illuminor over to the left tackle spot.
That's what I was thinking.
Sorry, guys, I'm
Because I
watching
feel
the
like that would
Yankees
just
game.
make more
No,
sense.
actually,
Same
me
here,
too.
and same here.
Yeah, me too.
Bro,
That makes 3 of us.
so glad Rizzo's back.
Yo, he's good, man.
I'm
He's
happy
balling,
to
man.
put a smile on everybody's face. I really appreciate that.
Well, you could have
Yeah.
just went to sleep.
Oh, well, actually, hold on, Daryl, you're gonna love this. Mama Boss and I, we were talking about you earlier today because we're so guys. Daryl, I want to thank Daryl and Austin and Tim. Well, Tim hasn't reached back out, but they want to get a coin, and I want to thank you. And with the coin, TP, you got the sticker, right?
Yes, sir.
You got the okay, yeah. So we got to print out more stickers. The wife, she wants to put that out there, but she read your name because I sent it to her with a text. That's how we check it off the list. And she said, Daryl, is that the one you always pick on? And I'm like, yeah, that's the one. And then she said, is that the one that fell asleep?
Mama
I
Boss
said,
knows.
yep. That's it.
You'll be forever known as Sleepy D.
Sleepy D.
No Diddy.
Hey,
No Diddy.
hey, you might wanna call like the Blue Chew and be like, hey, I got the Sleepy D. Let me be affiliate.
No, that would be
Oh,
the
my.
Sneaky D.
That
Hey, yo.
or the strong. No, let me stop.
But
Let me
the
stop.
only
Hey, listen.
Listen, Brett, chill.
The only reason why I say I jumped off the train is because everybody's talking about the interception, but nobody's talking
Yeah.
about where Tracy was wide open for a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned.
Oh, I got.
He did that.
Hold on. So, New York Giant fights, guys. I got him
that's
on
my dog.
Instagram.
That's my dog.
Yeah, I highly recommend. I love his content. Please go check him out.
Give him a
He
follow
has a
for
comment here. He said, I want to see some emotion from Jones too. You gents remember when he yelled, "Catch the damn ball."
against
Uh,
Jacksonville.
That was
when
against
we played
who was
Jacksonville
that?
in
Jacksonville.
2022,
Oh, I remember.
I need that emotion.
Okay.
I
So,
see. I see
I
a lot
mean,
of.
I'm gonna need him
I
to
see
get
a
the
lot of.
ball
but
to the
hold on.
receiver.
Okay.
Yeah.
The New York Giant fights. I'm going to push back a little bit because, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. We saw a little emotion in the Seattle game.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
getting up, cheering the defense. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think, I mean, the emotions there. It just, I guess he got it. I don't know.
Well, I also want to add.
Mhm.
I also
Go
want
ahead,
to add.
TP. Yeah, go ahead,
Uh,
TP.
So, how do y'all feel like the game that Coach Dable coached? Because y'all mentioned about Daniel Jones running a lot, right? But I also think that's a sign of him thinking or having that one track way mind of thinking that he has Josh Allen back there. Because I'm looking at it and I'm just like, man, a lot of these are designed runs. This isn't just Daniel Jones trying to make something happen.
you you
These
know
are
what I
play
say?
calls.
You
Well,
know what I say to
let me
that,
ask you
bro?
this,
You know what I?
TP. Could it
Oh,
be? I'm sorry. Let me ask you this, TP. Could it be the fact that that Dabo is losing confidence in Jones's passing ability? So that's why he's calling the run so much.
Huh.
I think that you still have to coach your game, man. And as a coach, it's your job to build an offense that best puts your offense in a position to win.
I say if you're gonna go for it on fourth downs, don't be so predictable on it. At
Yeah,
least
for
you know what
100%.
I'm saying. Give it. If we're gonna
Yo,
go
what's
for it,
up, fam?
if
What's
we're
up,
gonna be
Dre?
aggressive, if we're gonna be aggressive and go for it on fourth downs, at least give it to like Theo Johnson or like give it to Hyatt on a slant. Give it to Wandell, not to
Well,
Slayton all the
they
time. You know what
tried
I'm
to
saying?
throw it to him on a slant, but he ran past the ball.
I would like to see those. If you're gonna go for it on fourth down, I would like to see Theo Johnson get it. That's a you
Yeah.
know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
You
And
know,
Well, I
the
mean,
matchup
that's
like
and
these.
said before that we don't really utilize our tight ends the way we
We should,
should.
man. We
Yeah,
should.
and
Yeah,
you
you're
know what
but
right.
else too?
again,
If you think about it,
we ran 100 slants versus Seattle, and we run 100 more versus Bengals. Y'all think that these teams are not picking up on that? I
right?
mean, they
Absolutely,
was jumping on a lot of those slants too. Like, so to
absolutely.
Danny's point, man, how predictable can we be?
The other
Right.
thing,
You know.
you know what's
Very that.
missing? I'll tell you what's missing from the NFL. And technically, San Francisco is one of the few teams that actually has it. What happened to the fullback?
Yeah,
Oh
right.
my God,
That
we
shit's
had him and
dying.
got
That
rid
shit's
of him.
dying, bro.
Oh,
We
But
had
that's
him
what
and
I'm
got rid of him.
saying. Years like this that show teams that lack that effort to get that 4th and 1, 4th and 2. This is where you need those power backs that just plow and either give the
100%.
back some room
oh, for
or they
sure.
take it themselves. All they're asking, see, the thing is what teams are asking the players to do is he's
Mhm.
asking the tight ends to play fullback as well, and I don't think that's fair.
100%. 100%. And it's crazy to think that like in preseason it was working.
Yeah.
We was watching our fullback make a big impact in the running game.
Yep.
What we do? Decide to get away with it. I mean, decide. Can y'all
Ha-
imagine Tracy with a fullback?
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
Man, that'd be
Has
amazing.
Insane.
Oh, that'd be
has
Insane.
bananas.
has anybody heard anything about Neighbors and his status for this week?
From
They
what I'm
I've
haven't
heard
saying,
mentioned
hearing
anything.
questionable, so
he's questionable right now, but the fact that he's been upgraded is a good look.
I'm not gonna lie to
no.
y'all.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And this may be because just we're in a bad state right now.
Uh,
But Malik Neighbors is pissing me off a little bit.
don't tell me
I'm
you're
Oh,
mad about with
I
him
was
on the
about to
cell
go there.
phone.
Hey,
Not with the cell phone.
what you mean by that, TP?
Yo, he was on the
okay.
left sideline with the cell
It's
phone.
a few things, right? It's a few
well,
things.
okay. Well, hey, since we're on this topic, I'm gonna come clean too. If
Okay.
you're in concussion protocol, you don't need to be going to no damn concert. My
Damn
opinion.
right.
Oh,
The
you ain't
first
wrong, man.
thing,
My
That-
the
opinion.
first two things that a
no,
doctor
I
tells
agree.
you when you're on a concussion is A, no bright lights, B, no loud noises. And the fact that he was there with a teammate, the teammate should be fine too, if they were.
Who was he
Yeah,
there
like
with?
So
come on,
TP,
man.
what do you? Okay, how you feel about that? Okay, well, I want to know, and being here, we do talk. right? We do talk.
Mhm.
I want to know what's pissing you off about neighbors.
So that was the first point.
Okay.
And I know I hear people talking about, oh well, it didn't make it worse or it didn't affect them. Well, it damn sure didn't help them if
Right.
that's the case. So you're not doing the best thing that you can do to make yourself available. That's one. Two, maybe I'm old school and maybe I haven't been paying attention to the protocol, but I noticed that he went to the game last night. He was not in Giants gear at all. To me, I'm looking at that like, all right, are we a team or are we not? Because I do think that if you're going to be on the sideline, there has to be some type of protocol. Like you can't send a message that your superstar out there can just go out here and do what he wants.
Right.
I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of that attitude going on when it comes to neighbors. Then on top of that, what also irritated me, and again, it could be the old school thing,
Yeah.
was that you
No,
doing the jersey exchange at the end of the game and you ain't even touch grass.
right.
So I'm like, yo,
Whoa.
just a
Who did he
lot of
do a
this stuff.
jersey exchange with? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Jamar
know that.
Chase,
Yeah, he did it with
Jamar
Chase.
Chase.
Or
Oh, he did it
Chase.
with Chase. Oh, I
Really?
didn't know that.
Of
Yes.
course he
I
I
didn't
did.
know
saw
that.
that. I didn't know that was him
You
though.
don't.
And then I'm looking at it like, I don't know if y'all recall, but do y'all recall when Sterling Shepard was hurt?
Hmm.
When Sterling Shepard was hurt, you seen him all on the sidelines cheering his
Wearing
teammates on.
But
yeah,
he
He
had the
was
wearing
the
Giants
Giants
gear. He
biggest
had
gear
Giants
all the
cheerleader.
gear.
time.
Hyping
Yeah.
Yeah,
up,
somebody should.
hyping up the
Well,
teammates.
Somebody needs to light neighbors up for that one.
and I'm sick of the
It,
whole narrative. Oh, he's a rookie. They're going to live their lives. First of all, if anybody knows football and anybody knows the insides of when you become a drafted rookie to the time you put your foot on the field for the first time,
Man,
they
I'm
have
asking that question in a
classes
second.
for that. They have former players telling them you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this. So that whole he's a rookie, he's living his life, he's making millions of dollars, blah 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 blah. If that's the excuse you're going with, then please go root for another team because you don't know nothing about football.
if you're hurt and you're a part of the team, you should be on the sideline with your jersey on. If it's cold out, wearing the New York Giants football jacket,
Yeah.
hat on your head, and
Oh,
cheering your team on. There's no excuse for that. None
none.
whatsoever.
You know,
Not none.
I'm TP. I'm a little old school myself. I remember back in the day when I went home. If I stayed home sick from school on a Friday, my
Nope.
weekend was shot.
Nope.
Yeah,
My weekend was
yeah,
hey, I can kiss my weekend goodbye.
yeah.
Goodbye. Go
So
night night.
But you know
Monday
what?
through
Yeah.
Thursday, I'll be homesick. But on Friday, nope.
You're
I'll
sick
be at school
Friday
with
and sick
an
Saturday
IV.
and Sunday.
I'll be at school with an IV in my arm taking a test. Talking about you're pale as hell. No, I'm good. I just ate some rice. That's why. Ate some rice and had some milk. That's why I'm
Oh,
pale.
But yo, before neighbors went out there, I'm sure the Giants should have told them like, listen, if you're gonna be out there, you gotta wear Giants gear, right? I'm sure they should have told him that,
I
right?
don't know.
Unless
I
they're
don't
just
know.
Tom
kissing
I
his
mean,
Coughlin
I
ass.
really
think
had his
I think
Unless
back.
they're
they
just
just
kissing
let
his
them.
ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can wear whatever you
If,
want.
if they did,
Exactly. I think
I
they
mean,
let
if,
them.
if they did, I'm sure he would have done it. He would have been in
Well,
there.
that's the other thing too with the whole neighbors and the concert thing is when it was brought up to Dable, he didn't seem happy about it at all. In fact,
He
his
Well, he
wasn't.
answer
did. He
was
did say
No,
they were
I
going to
saw that.
handle it in house.
in house,
Internal, yeah.
but
He
the
said
look on
internal,
his
yeah.
face though, whoo,
Now
Oh, he
listen,
looked
I know
pissed.
a lot of people are listening to this and they like, oh, it's a bunch of babies and stuff whining and complaining. But I just want y'all to understand, man. I just seen this many times before. It's maybe small now, but small problems turn into big
Oh
problems
yeah.
if you don't
Oh,
Oh
address
yeah,
it.
they
absolutely. We
do.
know that. We know that for
yep,
sure.
got to nip
Mhm.
it in the bud right away.
So I do have a question out here in the comments. I don't know if you guys seen this, but it's from Matthew Maddox. He said, Stefan Sneaky G, that's my Facebook name, because for some reason they won't let me put sneaky. Are the Giants pushing for Stafford,
That's
or
all
is that
smoke.
all
That's all
smoke?
smoke.
It's
Bro,
all
hold
smoke.
I
on.
ain't heard none about that.
No,
We
they
I
got
don't
just
want to
that's
I
all
go
heard
with
none
smoke.
about
another
that.
almost 40-year-old.
yo, I
Can
Gentlemen,
swear.
we can
Giants
we
I
is
gotta
stop
take off.
acting?
something else, bro.
Oh, you gotta take
Giants.
off,
I
bro?
gotta go.
Oh, okay.
I'll see y'all
Uh,
next week.
oh, you got to dip out Logic?
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
I got work in the morning.
Yeah, man. I
All
feel
right,
you.
brother.
I
Have
feel
a
you,
good
brother.
night.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
here
Logic.
one time,
Take
brother.
care. Take care.
All right, and
Take care, Logic.
let's go Giants. Ow! Decent chicken,
Appreciate you,
y'all.
fam.
Later, Logic.
Chicken and grease.
Yeah, but nah,
Man,
like
I would
Giants
like for our
Twitter,
fan.
I
Yeah.
swear they're on something else half the time, bro. Because it's like I saw that Stafford thing earlier. I'm like,
Yeah, I
I
was
haven't
reading
I
that shit
haven't
too.
seen
I'm
that.
like,
Yeah,
because
I haven't seen that
why
at all.
in the
You know what
name
would
of
be even more
everything?
like more of a shot to Daniel Jones would be, let's say they brought it. Let's just for the humor in it, say
for the sake of the
they
show.
brought in
Yeah.
Stafford, and then Stafford with this team we have puts together a playoff run. That's
That
yeah,
would
that's just not going to look good.
that would not.
But listen, my thing is, can we just stop acting like prostitutes for once, man? Because
Yeah.
yo, think about it.
Right,
Think
right.
about it.
Baby. Let's
Everybody,
get it.
y'all have gotten to the point to where y'all even wanted Bryce Young at one point. I'm not saying y'all. I'm talking
Oh,
about just
No,
Oh, you're
no,
talking
not
fans.
about
me.
these other.
No.
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
yo,
No, I
y'all
was
take
seeing that
anything
all over
that's
the place.
walking
I
right
said,
now.
I
No.
was like, why?
I'm
What?
not. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of short quarterbacks.
Well, I remember at one time, Russell Wilson did try out for the team. He did try out for the team. And you know what? And I'm going to tell you, I wish we had assigned him. Hold on. Here's why.
It's like nope.
Can't slap
He
that.
would have been at such of a discounted price that it would help us with the cap situation this year to where we can load up for next year. Oh, I was so
Nope.
for it.
You know,
Nope.
I
The
would recheck
Steelers,
my. I recheck my statement. I wanted Justin Fields. If
Yeah,
we
Yeah, I
if
would
we
well,
have
have to
see,
taken
sign.
that.
that's
we
a
could have
different
got him for a
scenario.
6th-round pick. We could.
That's a different scenario.
Yeah.
We would have to sign him to a long-term contract like the Steelers did. But I mean, the Steelers got him for a 1-year deal,
Yeah.
minimal balance, minimal what the league
The Broncos are
minimum.
paying. The Broncos are paying the
They're
majority of the
paying the
contract.
majority of his contract, and that is
Yeah.
beautiful. Just for the cost. And
It's beautiful
again,
for
and I want
February.
to, hey, and I'm still bitter about this. Next time I see Reese, I'm gonna give him peace of my mind. Why don't we sign Legarius Blunt? We needed that running back that year that the
Oh, he was a
Eagles won.
beast, man. He was a beast. He was a
And
beast, yo.
we would have been we would have been in the playoffs
LeGarrette.
automatic.
LeGarrette.
Automatic.
LeGarrette,
Actually,
yeah.
hold on there.
LeGarrette
Snake.
Blunt.
I don't know if
What
I
I
don't know
call him?
if we can say
Ladarius.
automatic because
Oh,
we still don't
LeGarrette
know
Blunt.
what would have happened. Because you got to remember, 2017, dude, we like 21 starters on injury reserve, bro. 21. That's ridiculous.
Well, we had a decent line, 2017. We was coming off of because we went to the playoffs
16,
2016,
the year before.
2017. That was what Shermer's first year.
Who?
No.
Was
Who?
that Shermer?
Pat Shermer's. I think
Who?
that was
Who's
yeah
that?
because McAdoo got
That
fired.
was
No,
McAdoo.
Who is
no,
that guy?
no, wasn't. You're right. McAdoo,
Second year.
because
McAdoo.
McAdoo and Reese, that was their last year. Shermer was 2018 when Gettleman drafted
Became the
Joe.
GM.
Yeah.
Also, we gotta stop like honoring players from the past, and then we just
Especially
catch
at prime time.
and we catch L's all the time. If we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we
Yo,
always gonna honor our past players, their past accomplishments, and then we go on the field and do that the day of.
Right,
You
like
know what I'm saying?
Well,
I get
Danny,
It's like a disrespectful thing. You know what I'm
Danny,
saying? That's what I say.
I'm gonna push back on this, and I'm being selfish because if we're honoring a Giants great, especially like the '86 team or the 1990 team, and Phil Simms shows up, I want them to do that, so I'll be there for that.
But you know
And
what
I
I'm
just
getting
like
at,
to
Steve?
be
You know
And
what
being
then
I'm
you can
getting at,
ask
selfish.
him in
Steve?
person to join the show.
That's me being selfish. I'm still waiting for a response too.
But it seems like
Hey,
every time
so
we honor them is that we're always catching L's.
right,
And
like
we weren't even down at. I mean, what was it? Yeah, we were down like it was what 7-10 at halftime.
7-0.
I do
Oh,
miss
it was
Spags though. To be
7-0. It
honest,
was 7-0. Yeah,
I
I miss
do miss
Spags too.
Spag.
Tanya said,
But I think he's a
yeah.
better coordinator than he is a defense than a head coach, though. You know,
So how do you guys feel about Shane Bowen? Is he like, how do you
I
guys
think
feel
I
he's
like
about
it.
him?
legit.
I
I
like
think
where it's
he's
going.
legit.
I think it's
Okay.
legit too.
Yeah, Sneaky definitely proved me wrong after week 2 because I was calling for his head after that Washington game. I ain't even gonna hold Joe. Because it was just like between the 20s, the defense was just so bad. It was like everybody was just, it's like they couldn't stop the run, which I did not understand.
And our O-line coach is very good too. The one we got from the Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that boy's nice.
He's doing very good.
So as of right now, defensively, we are we're top
Where we
10
at
in
right now?
defense.
I figured we would
Yeah, I'm
be.
loving it.
We're
I'm loving it.
we're 9th in points, and then we're 10th in yards.
What I
Nice.
find crazy, it's
Loving
like nobody is talking about the Giants defense. It's like they still think,
Oh no, we're getting the respect.
okay,
Yeah, we are.
We
Yeah.
just don't have a complimentary offense
I'd rather
to back it up.
I'd rather them not talk about it. We just creep up and do it. That's it. Just creep
Yeah.
up and
Yeah,
make
okay,
it
fair
happen.
So real quick, I'm gonna bring up this Eagles fan because if I don't, hold on.
He gonna let you hear it, buddy.
Yeah, he said his
I
last
want to
comment.
talk about Hyatt for a second, man, because
Before you bring Mike in, go ahead, Sully. Talk about Hyatt.
Oh, go ahead,
Yes.
Sully.
so I know we had all been asking for Hyatt to get on the field more, and I'm starting to see why he's not making it to the field more, especially more so. I want to say it was the last drive, our last offensive series, or the second to last offensive series, where you was saying he was begging for flags. Now,
Everything.
Oh, I saw that too.
in my mind,
Yeah.
the one in the on the last series, had he had actually jumped for the ball, he would have got that call. But he
Was
did
that
like
was that
this
the
little
deep
hop,
ball? Was
skip,
that the
and
deep
jump.
ball?
I'm
The
pretty
deep
sure
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
He did
That was
this
the one
hop,
when he was
skip, and
running up the
jump.
right sideline.
Yeah, the sideline.
No, it was the left sideline.
Oh,
I
snap.
think I
Oh,
remember
okay.
that
I know
one.
what you're talking about now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, had he had just jumped for the ball, right? Even with the defender pulling your arm down, you could have jumped to a certain degree where it emphasizes the PI more. But the mere fact that you like gave a half-ass effort, no, you're not going to get the call. And then it's a slap in the face to us fans that you sitting there begging for the flag. You didn't even
Yeah.
do nothing to earn the flag, bro.
Right.
Most of the passes that I've seen go his way, Sneaky, like you said, it was like he was lost out there, didn't know. So, so it could be the fact, the reason why Hyatt is not getting the field time is because he doesn't know the playbook. He's not really running the routes to the best of his ability and at 100%. You know what I'm saying? You're not making the most of your opportunities when you get on the field and then you get to the sideline and it's like your little kid wanting to throw a temper tantrum.
I have
No
to
service,
agree with
gotcha.
that, and I want to say this. I think pretty much every throw that Daniel Jones threw to Hyatt was in spots where they should have been caught.
Yeah.
Well, that slant he did, I don't know if the timing was off. That was way behind him. Now, I want to say something about Hyatt. I really truly believe he could be one of the top receivers in the league. Okay.
I don't want to give up on our
I
kid
think
yet. I don't want to give up on him yet.
I think we just got to get him. We got to get him in the end zone because I started thinking of like our draft pick with Tony. Oh wow, thanks for the Galaxy. With Tony not getting the end zone, Galladay finally getting the end zone in a garbage game. But what I'll never forget was this season when I went to the season opener and he left the game with face paint on. I mean, it was like he didn't even shower. It's like he went in the locker room, changed his clothes, and he was out and he was done. And then you hear the rumors of him asking for a trade, which I think might have been premature. Maybe he had a conversation with one of the players. Like, man, I need to get out of here. Maybe that was said. I wish TP was there because then I'd say that would be an overreaction. but I just want to see something from Hyatt and oh, here we go. We got Dash. Here we go. What's up, Dash?
What's
What's
going
up, Dash?
There he is.
It's
How you
just
doing?
for me, I'm a little frustrated for Hyatt because I had a lot of high hopes for him. I truly did.
Us
I
Giant
do
fans
too.
know he
I
got
still
talent.
do.
Yeah. So first off, Dash, welcome to the show. Excuse me, Big Dash. I don't mean to insult you.
Nah, Dash is fine.
Um,
it was always Dash first, and then the weight came, so Big Dash came with the weight.
right.
So
So if I lose weight, you still don't call me a little sneaky. Don't do that.
yeah.
And I'm not. This is gonna sound respectfully. You showed up into the show a little late. CPT time. No, I'm kidding. I do want to know your insight because we had already talked about it. So I want to catch you up a little bit on Daniel Jones.
Oh boy.
Our defense, and then we kind of ended it with Hyatt. So then after that, you're all caught up. Oh, and in between all that, sprinkle a little Dable's play calling. All right, go.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely had some issues. I did, like I said, I missed the first part of the first hour of the show. Actually, I'm sorry. Had to. It was dinner duties for me tonight. For the kids. So.
I get it. No, I get it.
But yeah, obviously I was upset with the loss. As soon as you get a little bit of optimism going into a week, you end up laying an egg. And it wasn't even the defense. Like the defense was fantastic. The defense was fantastic. The performance against the Seattle Seahawks, if we do that again, we beat the Cincinnati Bengals. If we played like we played against the Browns, we beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Like we just needed to score some points. But yeah, for me, and I'm looking at what Dable said yesterday and what Carl Banks and Bob Papa said on their podcast too. It's kind of like it seems to me like the regime has let the dogs loose, and they're putting out all this information now about how the offense is not getting it done, and he's the reason why the offense is not getting it done.
Who Dable is?
No, Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Daniel Jones. Because Dable said he wanted to be more explosive. And he's going to keep calling those plays. And I'm like, oh, you're going to keep calling those, meaning that you're already calling for explosive plays, but we're not seeing explosive plays being made. And that's what I'm thinking about. That's me just reading through the tea leaves.
Nice.
As far as Brian Dable goes, I hated that we started the game with 3 straight passes. After coming off a game where we ran the ball so well with Tyrone Tracy, you start this game with 3 straight passes, and it was a 3 and out. I was baffled by that. And then I believe like it was a crazy stat. I think it was like we only rushed the ball maybe 4 or 5 times the whole first half.
What?
Yeah, I said there were 2 series back to back where they were all 3 passes.
Yeah.
Well, we were 3 up, 3 down, get back on the field, 3 up, 3 down. Yeah.
And so he gets a little bit of smoke from me. Dable definitely gets some smoke from me. And again, I didn't sit down that whole game. I was standing in front of my television. My wife's looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm sitting here like, I'm following the guys, like the guy's open right there. Throw it right now. And just having a headache, man, and going crazy. As far as Hyatt goes, and again, I'm conducting that train for Jalen Hyatt. Just not getting opportunities. Yes, he's not the best route runner. Yes, he needs to get stronger. But there were some cases where, he is open. And if you're taking those shots, draw a flag at least. Try to get the flag. Yeah. At
Actually
least
put in some effort to try to catch the ball.
That too. And I think, and the thing is once that ball's in the air, he can track it down. You just got to give him the chance.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with Hyatt. But that's just the quick wrap up. But I think they're ready to throw Daniel Jones under the bus to try to save their own jobs. That's what I think is happening right now, especially with the way
should have been did that.
They just fed up. They're just fed up.
I'll tell you right now, I would be shocked, especially and I'm not talking about the draft. I'm just saying I am talking about the draft. Who am I lying? if we end up in the top 10 again in this year's draft, we're getting a QB.
Oh, we snatching somebody.
We're
getting a QB.
Making it happen.
Absolutely.
I think we getting a QB in the draft regardless. Like in all honesty, this was week 5, week 6. Yeah, we only got 11 more weeks left of Daniel Jones, if that. That's my opinion.
Right. Well, I mean, I'll say this: if it's gonna take, okay, hypothetically, this is a big hypothetically, okay. If we're sitting at 21 because we go on this magical run, we make it to the playoffs. We don't go to the NFC Championship game. This is totally hypothetical. Although I would like for this to happen, by the way. I'll even throw in a sprinkle that we won the division. Okay. Well, no, because even then, I mean, anyway. I'm sorry. I'm reminiscing about the good old days. It would take a lot for us to get from the 20s up into the teens to get the guy that they want to get offensively, especially in the quarterback position. And we don't have the draft equity to do so. I mean, we'd have to give up a lot of this year, 2025's drafts, and maybe even probably the betting on the future, if that was the case.
I'll say this to that. Like outside of the quarterback position, and again, we're just talking like Daniel Jones has not been awful. That game was awful, right? Yeah. But even Daniel Jones at his best is solid. Just solid. It doesn't really get you over the hump, and that's what we were waiting for. Is it the O-line? Is it the wide receivers? And now we're getting to the point.
I disagree.
His best. I mean, we could disagree all day. We got the proof. The proof is in the pudding. Like I'm like, and for me, I've been waiting. Like I'm not one of the guys that just bash Daniel Jones. I've been waiting. I drank the Kool-Aid
so let me ask you this, Dash. Let me ask
Judge with a 2-run home run.
Let me ask you this: Can we maybe say that Daniel Jones' best performance may have been versus Minnesota in the playoffs?
That was a balanced attack. Absolutely. What happened?
That was more.
We talking Yankee fans or Mets fans?
Yankee home run.
Okay.
Aaron Judge finally got a home run.
Fine. What's the inning? I forgot.
It's in the seventh.
Bottom of the seventh.
Bottom of the seventh. What's the score?
Yeah, about 6-2.
6-2.
I'm about to see it right now.
I have cooking duties and forget everything that's happening outside.
Damn.
No, we're going to the chip, baby.
All
right.
Center field shot, baby. Love it.
Shout out to
we going to the chip, baby.
Yo, tell me.
Kiss my ass. This ain't gonna be another Boston.
Yo, and we going to the parade or what?
Hell yeah.
I might have to make anyway. But okay, let's
back to football.
I'm sorry.
My question was was Daniel Jones' performance in Minnesota solid, or was it more than solid?
That's probably the best Daniel Jones we saw.
Well, I'm going by what you said. You said the best. You said the best him. You said the best him was only solid. I think you're downplaying it. Because that's one game. That's one performance. That's one performance, and it was a balanced attack. What happened in that game is I saw Barkley use the best in Minnesota. He was used in the passing game and the running game, and that helped Daniel Jones absolutely. Daniel Jones won that game. I mean, I'm not going to argue that point. He won the game. He set a record, but we've seen flashes of Daniel Jones, right? But what have we seen more of? Like, what is the real Daniel Jones? Is it just a good game? Like, we just saw Kirk Cousins throw for 500 yards, but is Kirk Cousins that guy all the time? Absolutely not.
No.
So Daniel Jones at his best, we're talking about the law of averages here. Where's the medium at?
And look at Sam Darnold, what he's doing.
And DJ is too inconsistent, man.
I think that's why he's playing. I think that's why he's still playing, is because I think there's people who believe that we haven't seen his best yet.
Yeah, but how many people get that chance, though? As long as he's getting the chance.
Well,
it's been like 6 years, my brother.
Well, there's not been but there's not been many people, if all, that has been in his shoes, has been in his position. If we being fair,
that's life. You get the cards you're dealt. Like the offensive line, like Eli had to deal with a bad offensive line. And
not like this one.
Well, Eli, his problem started when Jacobs and Bradshaw left. That's where his problem started.
But let's be honest, too, though. Like, you can't throw Daniel Jones in the same boat as Eli Manning either. Like,
no,
Eli survived some bad offensive lines because of the quarterback he was. Like,
but what does it was more to it. What does running game look like? What does receivers look like?
What do you mean?
When Eli Manning survived those bad offensive lines, what did his running backs look like, and what did his receivers look like?
What did his coach look like?
That
Like
too.
they committed
Yeah.
they committed to the run. Again,
That too.
life is not fair. You don't get 6 years.
No, I'm just saying.
But Daniel Jones got 6. Like, but that's all. Like we sitting here talking about everything that the Giants did wrong for Daniel Jones, but again, that's life. He got dealt that card. Look at Sam Darnold. He got dealt life too. Geno
That's what I'm
Smith got
saying.
dealt
Sam
life
Darnold.
too.
But,
And then they made themselves away after that. They
but
survived.
see, you got those gentlemen you're talking about, but let's not forget about Rosen. What was it, Josh Rosen?
Yeah, Josh.
Oh, he just
I mean,
disappeared from the
first
league.
round, and then he's not even playing right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Last I know.
I was a big fan of Rosen. I can't lie.
Look
Oh,
how
I mean,
fast
I
the
was
Commanders.
too.
Look
I
how
was
fast the
too.
Commanders got off of Haskins. How fast they got off of Haskins.
Yeah.
But their circumstances are different, though. Their circumstances are different. Like we try to act like DJ hasn't shown us nothing, but his rookie year showed us something to
His
the point
rookie
to where.
years is what got me on board.
Well,
Like,
that's
it
what
was
I'm
a lot
saying.
Got
Like,
everybody on board.
I threw away the turnovers. I let that go because it was a rookie. I saw the potential, but you have not seen that same day. Like Daniel Jones at his best is still not what you saw as a rookie. I saw him throw cross field to Darius Slayton his rookie year.
Yeah.
Right. So
Like,
I could
I
have.
saw him make them. I saw him make those type of plays, quick decisions, and be a gunslinger. We haven't seen that Daniel Jones yet. What we've seen now is a guy that can operate an offense, game manage, and then when things are right, he can make plays. But he can't operate
Well,
outside of chaos.
Nah, I can't.
And Big Guy, you want to talk about potential. I hang my hat on that 3rd and 15th down against Detroit in 2022 when he made that completion to Hodges, stepping up in the pocket. Now we still lost the game, but just that piece right there, I'm like, not everybody can complete that pass,
And that's
but
the
he
Kool-Aid.
can.
That's the Kool-Aid because I see that too, and I'm a believer. That makes me a believer. Like, okay,
Yes.
well, maybe we haven't seen the best of Daniel Jones, but how long do we have to wait to see his best? Because this is the year.
Point.
This is
This
the year.
is the year. This is the year.
Okay, so and so okay, and I'm gonna get out the way. And going into this game, the main argument was we saw 5 good, solid performances from Daniel Jones. Can he keep building off of that? And then what happened?
Nope.
He didn't play a good game. He didn't play a good game.
No, it's not just he didn't play a good game. It was horrible, and there was games and there was plays to be made out there that we saw. And also, when the defense has the type of performance that they like, just imagine if we won that game and the defense performed the way that they performed.
Did you see Brian Burns'
They would be
reaction?
talking about us.
Did you see Brian Burns' reaction on the sideline? Like his facial expression, like, "Yo, I did everything I could, and we still can't win this shit."
That's the bad part because when you're dealing with that situation, you don't want to lose the locker room.
Yeah,
you don't want to lose the locker room because right now I could tell you right
and
now
that's how it starts, bro. And that's how it starts.
The defense is sitting here like we're doing everything we can. We gave and I tweeted it during the game. I'm like, how many chances is the defense going to give the offense? They can't hold this forever. And we saw it break at the end. And time after time after time, like we sit here and I had somebody said, "Oh, well, the defense folded in the 4th quarter. They gave up the touchdown with 2 minutes."
They said they were tired.
I'm
They
like,
said they were tired.
I'm like, wait a minute.
They said they were tired.
I'm like, wait.
See,
So
I understand that train of thought, and when it comes to the Cincinnati game, that I completely understand it. But again, I'm talking full picture, right?
Yeah.
Can an offense say that about the Washington game? About the defense?
No.
Why not?
The bend but don't break, holding them to what? 5
I mean, they didn't
7
punt.
field goals.
They didn't punt at all.
I hated it though. I hated it, but you still walked off the field with field goals, and we scored what? 18 points,
18.
and we didn't have a kicker. That's more Dable than the defense to me. Because you knew Gano wasn't right, and then Gano was a dummy too for trying to chase down the guy after the flag was thrown.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
stupidity.
And that wasn't the first time he got hurt chasing somebody either.
And that being said, we just find ways to lose games.
That's a fact.
There was a post that I saw on Instagram from a fellow Giant fan. It had a trophy, and it said on the trophy, "Ways to lose games, champion."
Yeah.
I was a little offended. I was pissed off. I was genuinely mad about it for about 3.5 seconds, and then I'm like, "Damn, he's speaking facts."
Yo,
Yeah.
Sneaky, I'm gonna tell you
It
this.
almost reminds you of Kevin Gilbride.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna tell
Well,
you
Kevin
this. Sneaky.
Gilbride, no, Kevin Gilbride, an offensive coordinator, I would take any day because that was Eli's best years.
No,
It's
I
when-
understand that. But if you look at a lot of the games where they were kind of in it, but they weren't, or no, I'm sorry, they were up by a little bit. It's almost like they went into that, that prevent mode or that protect mode where they weren't trying to get the first downs. They were just trying to hold the ball, trying to run the clock. And it ended up costing the Giants a few games. That's the Kevin Gilbride I'm talking about.
TP, what are you saying?
I was saying it's funny you said that because I was mentioning on my show, I was like, yo, my twin brother, we was just talking about, he's a Panthers fan, right? And we was talking about the Panthers or whatnot. And he told me, he said, yo, man, a bad team is a team who finds way to lose. Now, I didn't say nothing to him when he said it, right? But as soon as I heard that, I was like, yo, that sounds like us, man.
It
Like
hits you
that,
deep.
that sounds like
Yeah.
us.
So Tanya says, welcome to the emotional support group. The anxiety is high. So is the liquor bill. We have drinking problems and struggle to find a field goal kicker that is real.
Sneaky, you paying the tab, right? I got okay, cool.
Billy, we know you're ready to talk, man. We know.
Man, thank God I'm
Is
not
that
a
a
big
Philly
drinker,
fan or
man.
something?
Yeah, I got 2 Philly fans waiting in the
And they
cut.
wait,
But,
they win.
I mean,
All right. Well, let them know.
Thursday's Philly's game. So Thursday we're gonna talk about Philly, but
Yeah,
No,
we can chop
Thursday
it up
we
on
can talk to
Thursday.
them after they
All right.
lose.
I'm gonna
but
slip
I mean,
on now.
oh, go ahead, Daryl. I'm sorry.
I said I was gonna slip and slide on up out of here.
All right, Daryl. Well, you know what? I appreciate you, brother. Let me hear one time.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
I appreciate
Later,
you.
Daryl.
Have a good
Yeah.
night, Daryl. Be
Later.
good.
Peace,
All
Daryl.
right, Dale.
Oh man.
You know, it's just one of those. It's just one of those situations where, I'm gonna ride
Being a
or die
Giant fan,
regardless.
being for a Giant fan ain't for the week, baby.
It ain't for the week.
Ain't
You
that
know, I
Facts.
mean, it's like that meme or that what do you call that post where you see Tommy Lee walking away from you. It says, "Is it worth it?" Oh hell yeah, it's worth it.
Oh yeah. If
If
you're
you
strong
can
enough.
handle it,
If you're strong enough, yeah.
if you can handle it, it's worth it.
That's a fact.
Matter of
That
fact,
is a fact.
like
That's
I know
hilarious.
that it's tough for us Giants fans. Trust me, but like we've dealt with it our entire lives. But I mean, look on
No. Speak for yourself, Jalen.
Word,
No,
Right.
Young fellow,
Yeah.
off the break.
Yeah, young buck, no.
Speak for yourself.
Not we.
Yeah, I've been
He said,
alive
"Not
before them
I."
Super Bowls, man.
I do feel bad for the young Giant fans out there because
The newbies.
that big blue
Wrecking crew.
wrecking crew. I mean that era. Oh man, we might be getting it back. I mean, with what we got now, we might be getting it back.
Yo,
And
the
even
light bulb just went off.
but I mean, like even when you have like Phil Simms, Joe Morris, Stephen Maker or Baker, the touchdown maker,
Touchdown maker.
touchdown maker.
Yeah.
Howard Cross, Bavaro, Dave
Pepper
Meggett.
Johnson.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying all offense. Yeah, Pepper John, Lawrence Taylor, Carl Banks, Leonard Marshall.
Who was
I
the
mean,
D tackled? Not Bart. What was his name?
yeah, Barton,
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, man.
Harry Reasons.
Yep, reasons.
Gary reasons.
Gary, I said Gary. Well, Harry Carson.
Harry
Harry
Carson.
Carson. Who I actually I saw for the first time at the season opener. Who else was there on defense? Martin. What's Martin's first name?
Sparks, huh?
George Martin, right?
Oh, George
Who?
Martin.
George
George Martin. Yeah.
Felipe Sparks. Was it
Man, that's a name
Collins?
right there.
Felipe
Oh,
Sparks. Wow, I
Collins.
haven't heard that name
Yeah.
in so
Didn't we
long.
have Metcalf on the team too?
Metcalf, Seahorn.
Metcalf, yeah.
Yeah.
Seahorn, yeah, that was my guy.
That's 90s.
Seahorn. You know, man.
Sam Garn.
Seahorn. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna talk about Seahorn right now. I'm mad at him. I'm mad at Seahorn. He don't look age
Yo,
over
you,
30.
He's
He
a
looks
vampire.
the same.
yo, I seen him at the Fan Fest, bro.
You know
Oh,
what's
he
funny?
don't age one bit.
I
You
walked
know,
right by him at the end of the game in the season opener, and I'm like, "Dang, dude, you ain't changed a bit. Here I am. I'm a grown ass man now."
you know,
Yeah,
Jason Sehorn is the reason why there's a lot of fans in the Bay, a lot of Giants fans in the Bay Area, because he's from Northern California.
Well,
And
really?
it's funny, too,
Okay.
because
there you
Okay.
go.
I remember when I was living in Northern California, my neighbor, I got my Giants plate on my car and all that stuff. And she's like, "Oh, you're a Giants fan?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a Giants fan." She was like, "I love Jason Sehorn. I went to high school with him."
Oh shoot.
And I didn't even know he was from, Northern California at the time. And she was like, "Yeah, there's a lot of Giants fans here now just because of Jason Sehorn." And I'm like,
That
"Wow."
explains why he's so
Wow.
pretty.
Yo, I love fun facts like
Yeah,
those,
right.
man. I love the fun facts like those.
Tanya says, "I miss BJ Hill." Wow.
Oh my
He
God.
gave us
I didn't miss him on
business
Sunday. That's
Sundays.
I
Yeah.
can't tell you
BJ
how
was like,
many
"You remember
years.
me?"
I
Yeah,
can't
right?
tell you how many years that the Giants have let Pro Bowl tackles
Oh my
just
God.
walk away.
All of them.
It's
I wish we had kept
it's
Tomlinson.
mind blowing.
Oh
I wish we
man,
had kept Tomlinson.
It was
Me
back to
too.
back for a while. It was Linville Joseph, Jonathan Hankins,
Linville Joseph, yeah, bro.
Tomlinson, and like it kept going, man. Like we couldn't sign him.
Yep.
Look, I'm missing.
I need to do a show because we got to talk about Giants that have left but then came back, like Jesse Armstead, Leonard Marshall, Carl Banks,
When
Marco
Armstead left, he
Faro.
went to the Redskins, right? When Armstead left, did he go to Redskins?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
I will never
And
understand.
even Coach Parcells, I forgave everyone but Parcells. I haven't got over that yet.
He went to the Jets and then the Cowboys.
The Jets and the
And-
Well, the
Cowboys.
Patriots.
Ugh.
Oh, he's a Pats. Yeah, he went to the Patriots.
I'm more forgiven when it's the Jets, but when you cross that line to go to the Cowboys,
Oh man,
and now
It's a wrap.
and I have my limitations
Yeah.
too when you go to the Eagles, but only if you lie to us first and say you weren't about your legacy and your
Kevin
culture
Durant, right? Yeah,
and
Kevin
your
Durant.
career and where you want to be here and all this other stuff.
I can't
Oh,
wait.
like
to
you wanna be a Giant
Barkley
for
on
life.
Sunday,
Listen,
man.
win,
Giant for
lose, or
life.
tie. I know we'll get more into this on Thursday, but win, lose, or tie. I hope they bury Barkley face down
Oh
in
my
the dirt.
gosh.
Amen.
Oh man.
Oh, I just. Oh,
I'm
I
just
Hey,
hoping
look,
for
I
Chase
hope we
to
do the
happen.
Texas two-step on him.
and knocked his helmet off. Straight up.
Texas
I want that to happen.
Well, I think I think that's a perfect segue. Let's go ahead and bring on the Philly fan.
Shit, about time.
Perfect segue.
Losers.
Just wipe your feet.
SneakyG,
What's up,
man.
buddies? How
Wipe
are
your
you?
ass.
SneakyG, man. Big Blue Ant.
Now, okay, I
And
know we only
finally made it.
I know we only got a couple more minutes left in the show. But definitely I would love to see you guys come on Thursday.
You brought me on just to say that and then end your show. I'm not even
You're gonna get a minute. Relax.
Anyway, Billy, like I was saying,
Hey, he's just said.
no, I'm kidding, Mike. I'm kidding, Mike. No, not really, but
That
There you go.
Amen.
There you
Hey,
go.
I'm wearing this in Dallas, Texas, Sneaky. Hopefully I don't get jumped.
you're not gonna get jumped. You'll be fine.
I
You'll be
know, I'm
fine.
worried I'm gonna get jumped or
fine.
something, I swear.
Listen, that's where they base Brokeback Mountain. You're fine.
But SneakyG, you ready for Sunday?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. You know what? I ain't got no
I
choice.
don't think you're ready for Saquon Barkley.
yeah,
He's gonna
man.
have
He's gonna
about
run all
300
over.
rushing yards for
Who?
We're not worried about Kevin Durant.
Bro,
Juan, who?
I was gonna say, you really, if you think that he's just gonna run all over us, think
He is, buddy.
it's not gonna
Are
happen.
you?
Jalen,
Wait, the question
Jalen
is, are
Clark.
you guys
Yeah.
ready?
I'm
The
just
question, Mike. The question is, are you guys ready for Tyrone Tracy Jr.?
Who's he?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You'll
don't
find
worry.
out.
Don't
You'll
worry.
find
You
out.
will find out.
This is some rando because I never heard of him. And
Jalen
possibly
Hurts
never heard of
throws
him.
2 picks.
Yeah,
I
I'm
need to deal
hoping.
with
I'm hoping
Singletary.
Malik Neighbors is back.
You get
Forget all
Singletary
that.
back?
Ooh, if he's back,
We should find out tomorrow.
Cooper DeJean is going to lock Malik up.
Who?
DeJean, Cooper DeJean, whatever you
He
want to call
can't
him.
even lock his front door. What are you talking about?
Over his own feet.
Big place
You
later.
know, guys, hold on. I do want to say this one thing. We can say what we want about our beloved Giants,
Right.
but one thing we'll say about one thing we can say about our coach is he doesn't yell at his own fan base. I'll just say that.
My man told me,
that
he pumps up.
video,
He
when
pumps
I
up
saw
his
that, I
fans.
was
Nick
crying
Sirianni's
laughing.
a cocky
See,
prick.
I gotta ask a question.
We
Now,
trash
I'm
all
like,
those
hey,
guys.
the Juke, hey, props, mad love. He said we trash, but Philly trash.
Come on,
Why do you
come
think
on the
I
show,
call it
Duke. Come on the show. Talk to me
Philadelphia?
face to face.
Right.
Sneaky.
You know what's so funny?
Isn't
The Philadelphia.
like,
Hold on.
do
Go
the
ahead, TP.
Eagles know that they suck?
What's so
buddy?
what's
Who
so,
is your
what's so
team? You're
what's
right.
so funny is
Right.
when
Y'all
it
are not
comes to
good anymore.
coaches and when it comes to our head coach and when it comes to our quarterback play, besides the Washington Commanders, none of us can say anything to each other when it comes to that. So now I'm interested into seeing what is going to be your angle.
Oh,
Because what
and not to make things worse for you, Mike, but if I remember, the last team that won our last head-to-head was the Giants.
Yeah, last time. You know, this is a different season. Got different players. Like
That is
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah,
new season.
It's
Don't
funny how
compare
the
a
tune
team that didn't
changes.
have
Yeah,
Saban.
new
Like,
season, same old
Sneaky,
Jalen Hurts.
I got a question for y'all. Where did
When
Malik Neighbors
Jalen
go?
Hurts, he gets the D, baby.
And calm
What's
down.
up? What'd you say, Mike?
Where did Malik Neighbors go to college? LSU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. Here's a hot take. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The Bengals are having a bad season, just like the Giants. They beat y'all, but it was a horrible ass game. Okay.
Okay.
So the Bengals should trade Joe Burrow to the New York Giants, and I guarantee you, y'all will be good because
Listen, I want some of that
Actually,
peace
no
pipe
lie.
you're smoking, homie.
Joe Burrow and Malik Neighbors will have a good connection because they both went to LSU.
that's not even a hot take. That's not even a hot take. That's like
Daniel
That would
Jones,
you could say that
actually,
with any
trade to the
I'm not even
receiver.
Bengals,
gonna lie. That would legitimately. I feel like that would legitimately help us.
You
and
could say
maybe
that with
they'll
any
trade him
receiver
or
out
they'll
there.
pick up somebody. But what
But,
y'all think of the moves today?
I mean, in all honesty, though, like on a
Yeah, the
serious
moves
note,
today were crazy.
doesn't Hurts
Crazy.
make you guys
Devontae to the
nervous?
Jets.
And then
Hold on,
Amari
Billy.
Cooper
Hold on,
to
Billy.
Baltimore.
What'd you say, Dash?
I said I was asking the Philly fans, doesn't Hurts make you nervous right now?
What I'll have to be nervous about, buddy? My Eagles are
Trash.
playing mediocre football. We're about to, this. Listen, this right here is going to be our turning point. We're going to put a
The
statement. We're going
fact
to make
that
a
you had to
statement.
think about what your team is
So,
is
Diddy,
Hey,
by the
bad.
way,
I'm glad you
I may
said
or may
that.
not be up there.
I'm glad you said that because Mike was like, "Now we may have Hurts, but he's something good. I just can't think of it right now."
Yo,
Yo,
Danny.
you know what? I got something for Hurts. He's got to call this guy I know. He's got a lot of lube. His name's Diddy.
Yo, Danny. Yo, chill out, Danny.
Hey, you ain't right,
Too
bro.
much
Nah,
tonight. You're too
Hurts
much
is
tonight.
good
I'm
for
not.
2 interceptions this week, though. In
Danny.
all honesty,
What's up,
Yeah,
Tyson?
Mike.
Good to see you.
J18, the place to be this weekend, right?
Huh?
Yes, on Sunday I'll be there.
Burrow's apparently
Bro,
got into
apparently
Okay,
Sunday.
so I may or may not be there. I'm thinking about trying to maybe go up, but if I did, I'd leave here. I'd leave my house at like 3 a.m. I'd want to leave my house at like 3 a.m.
You know,
Yeah, I'll be all right.
sadly, I was supposed to be at this game this week, but
Oh yeah, you
Why
said
you
you're
not
supposed to
going?
be
didn't
right.
make
You're
it.
So
not.
Sneaky, we
Yeah,
gonna link up, bro?
For what, in Dallas?
Yes.
Yeah, when are you guys coming down?
Diddy.
The Saturday to Tuesday, but I remember what I told you off air, right?
We'll talk off air. We'll talk off air.
Also, Mike, the
You
Phillies
said you might
ain't
be done
getting
with the
Juan
game.
Soto, baby. Just
What's
keep
up?
your hands off.
Do you see what?
Keep dreaming, buddy.
What? Do you see
Keep
my
dreaming,
IG?
buddy.
You see my story?
I saw that.
Yeah, you can have Barkley if you're staying away from Soto. He ain't
Yeah,
going.
you can have Broccoli, but not Juan Soto, buddy.
Nope.
Hey, I want I want Brent Rooker, so it's all right.
oh boy.
What'd you all think of the
Okay.
moves today? Devontae to the Jets, Bills, Amari to the Bills.
Yeah, everybody got traded
So
today, man.
Amari to
Yeah,
the Bills is a good one.
yeah, I
Devontae
like
to
that
the
a lot.
Jets.
Devontae to the Jets was just
Jay
stupid.
Murphy, are you in Texas? Are you in
Hold on, you
Texas?
said what we gonna?
That GM's
Don't
getting
be.
the GM's gonna get
Yo,
Yeah,
fired.
my
we
boy
gotta
is a
talk
Jets fan.
because
He
you
was
take me
like,
off.
"That's the horrible. That's
I think
depression mode."
Amari to the Bills
He
is
did
going to
not
be
like it.
Hey,
We're
great.
gonna talk
hold
offline.
on, Billy. Hold on. Hey guys,
Hold on, Billy.
one at a time because
Gotcha.
Something
it
to
sounds
Dan.
all jumbled up. But no, Danny, you were saying?
No, I'm saying my boy is a Jets fan. He was like, he did not like the Devontae Adams trade at all. He did not like it at
Oh, of
all. He
course
was
not.
like, it's just the comical, just comical. The whole franchise
Guys,
is comical.
I gotta say this. We have a Hall of Famer, that
Birdman, my man.
Birdman,
Birdman.
Hall of Famer of the
Yo,
elite
center, get it.
super
Oh, that
fans.
was the greatest
What's
thing
up?
ever.
I'm glad you're showing us some love, man. Appreciate you,
Yo,
Birdman.
Sneaky, I can get your coin right for $25.
Yes,
Can I,
yes.
can I get it in person when I
You
come
can
down?
get it in person,
Okay,
and
doesn't
then
matter.
you can even give me cash right
The
here.
only way you get it is you have to be a giant.
Oh boy.
Wait, does it have any type of Giants logo on it?
No, it doesn't have no Giants logo on it
Okay.
because that's a
Yes, it does.
trademark. That's
It
a
does.
trademark. I don't have
Okay.
that.
Just some
Then we
Actually,
got to
$25
talk about
hold on a
hypotheticals.
second. Hold on, wait, pause.
Yeah.
TP, let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
First off, I appreciate the love you showed. Of course, I had to share it. Thank you so much. What are your thoughts on that coin?
So listen, I just moved to Michigan, right? And I'm in the process of like
Okay.
getting my man cave fully together. I'm not even just saying this because it's you and just because I'm up here. The fact that it fits so perfectly with all my other giant stuff. I have another coin that I sat it next to. This coin was given to me by my twin brother. Little mushy moment. He's in the military. He sent me the coin. It was a Giants coin. He sent me the coin just telling me he was just like, you know, you my favorite soldier, and I'm proud to see what you're doing with your Giants content thing while he was away. So that's why if you go on my page, I have the whole, soldier, lieutenant, army thing type thing going on. It's sitting literally right next to that, and it complements it so well, and it just makes me feel good in the man cave aura of things. It, it couldn't be more of a perfect match for me, man. So I say 10 out of 10.
Shout out to
Man,
Sneaky G.
Shout out to
I
There you
Sneaky
go.
G.
appreciate
Shout
you.
out to Sneaky
Hey,
G.
Hey,
hey,
Sneak.
that almost that made the chin bounce a little bit. I appreciate that.
Almost had me talking about my brother.
We got
Almost
some
had me
shit.
for a second.
Yeah.
Thank your brother for his for being a protector, and thank you for your sacrifice of
Facts.
letting him go.
Yeah.
Oh
Facts.
yeah, man.
What
Yeah.
branch is
Bro.
he in?
One more time.
What branch is your brother in?
He's in the army. He's in the
Oh,
army.
that's what I'm talking. Hey, that's the best of the best of the best.
The grunt work.
The mean in the
Yep.
army.
I'm speaking from
PSG, but for the
experience.
meanie.
And Ack, hopefully you get yours tomorrow.
What's the deal on Singletary? Is he playing?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We got
I don't know
No,
if
we,
that
we
makes
got we
Ron
got we good.
celebrate.
We good on that. We good on that running
Verse
game. We
sucks
good.
anyway because he ain't Saquon Barkley, so he's ass.
So on that
Saquon
note,
Barkley was ass
On
last
that
week. What are you
note,
talking
Yo,
about?
Sneaky
on
G.
that note, Mike, give me a quick final thoughts. You got 30 seconds.
Barkley
Go.
lost me money.
Yeah, Sneaky. I'm excited for the
I
Sunday.
suck. The Eagles suck. Goodbye.
And please, man, you ticked me off, so we have to talk online now about something you said. Um, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. I'm excited for Sunday. I'm excited for Saquon Barkley to have 300 rushing yards and win me
Yeah.
money in
Wow,
DraftKings.
you out of
Amen.
your mind.
And I'm
Not
excited to
gonna
meet
happen.
Sneaky G in person in a few weeks. Hopefully we link up. Hopefully we eat some good barbecue and I get a good coin and I get a Sneaky G coin. And, we're going to have a good conversation once we actually meet up
How
in
many
person.
yards is Barkley gonna have?
Yes, sir.
Over 250.
Bullshit.
Just be happy with
Negative.
Oh my
barbecue.
God.
Be happy with barbecue.
Mike, let me.
I need
Hey
some
guys,
of what
I want to
he's
make sure I
smoking.
hear from Mike. Let me hear it one time. What you got?
It's rival week, so I really can't say that. Go Birds. Sneaky G. Love you, bro.
No, Mike.
That's not what he meant.
You know what happens when you come on the show. I don't even know why you
Rival
try
week,
it.
bro. You know that, my
Let
man.
me hear it one time.
Even on rival week?
Even on rival.
It's not Thursday yet.
All right,
Mike.
Stop
I
procrastinating. Let's go.
got you.
Come on, buddy.
Go
I
Birds.
can't hear
Let's
you,
go
Mike.
Giants
Say it
now.
again.
I just said it.
Say it
I
again.
didn't
I
hear
didn't hear you.
All right,
Sneaky,
everybody, shush.
I appreciate you. Go Birds. And let's go Giants out.
I'll take that.
I
Yes.
would.
Right. You got it
Yeah.
out.
Billy, quick final thoughts. What you got?
I'm ready for Sunday, man. Yo, it's gonna be a good game. I think Barkley returning to his hometown, it'll be good. But I think they pulled out this week. Eagles. I mean, Giants are faithful to the law. I respect them, but we get the job done, brothers. Love you, brothers. Let's go, Giants. Ow!
Appreciate
Later,
you, fam. Wow. You know, when you get a compliment from from this dude right here, this is awesome. Hit that like button, share button, or share the content. Sneaky G is one of the best in the game when it comes to sharing his passion, love for the game, and a great father. Bruh, see, that's where you messed up.
You're
Oh
not gonna
man.
cry, are you?
The voice, you heard the
No,
voice
no,
crack.
I'm not.
The voice crack.
Get the
Everyone
Kleenex.
takes notes. Thanks, Birdman. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
Sneaky's a very emotional man.
That's a fact, but he said the truth though. I saw like Sneaky. I see the clips, Sneaky. Like your son doing his thing,
Man.
out
Yo,
there
he's
on the
doing his thing
field.
for real.
Anyway,
Yeah.
y'all ain't getting me crying right now. Stop.
Yo,
Stop.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sneaky.
Yeah, because I
big
remember all of
question
us.
for you. Big question for you.
what?
He goes to college, ends up in the draft, and the Cowboys take him.
Oh,
My
shit.
gosh.
Oh, man.
That's a proud papa right there, man.
Da, da, da,
Dun,
da.
dun, dun.
It depends on what round. No, I'm kidding. Look. Let him get drafted first, and then we'll talk about it.
All right,
What
see,
year is he in?
you are a good dad because if my son got drafted by the Eagles, I'm sorry, bro. I hope you get hurt too.
Okay, I'm gonna answer.
love
I'm
you.
gonna answer a hypothetical. If a big if but see, Nick, he knows how much I hate the Dallas Cowboys. He's not gonna ask me. He knows damn well he ain't got to worry about getting me any kind of Dallas Cowboy merch.
He gonna pull an Eli.
He knows.
Yeah,
I
probably,
would
yeah.
get that.
Yeah,
Go in
he'll
there.
probably go to Jerry and be like, "Hey, can you trade me? Because this ain't gonna work. This ain't
And
gonna
that's going to be Sneaky behind the scenes doing all that dealing,
right."
that
Tell
weird
him to
dealing.
get,
You
tell him
gonna
to
do
get
an
the
Archie
NY
Sneaky?
tattooed on his arm. This way they see it. And they don't draft him.
There you go.
Oh, right. They see it at the combine.
Hey, Sneaky, what
Dylan,
year is he in, Sneaky?
What's that?
this is senior year. This is senior year. They just lost last week. Tough loss. But they're gonna bounce back. My wife and I, Mama Boss is phenomenal, by the way. One of the greatest moms of all time. She's the gamote. That's what you call it. Get it? Go anyway. I thought it was funny. That's why I laughed.
Greatest mom of all time. We follow.
Yeah, gamote. Yeah.
We're
Anyway,
following Sneaky. We got you.
we have from the time he's played flag football to God willing end of this year, we have not missed one game.
Oh, that's what's up.
We have been to every. As a matter of fact, we even went to the little basketball competitions when he had to shoot free throws, and got second place. Yeah, I love all my kids. My daughters, they got their special talents, and I can brag about my kids. Anyway, Jalen,
I didn't say I don't love my kid. God,
He just can't go to the Eagles.
I can talk. Dash, how many kids you got?
I got three boys.
Yes. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sully, how many kids you got?
I got two. And matter of fact, you met my youngest when back at the tavern when we used to throw the rock around at halftime
When?
in Denver.
Oh shoot! Oh, that's right. But that's a while back. That's like 6 years ago.
Yeah, he's 14 now.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember. Damn, Sully. Yeah, we go back.
Yeah, man.
I completely forgot about Denver.
He's gonna cry.
No, I'm not gonna cry. hey, no. Now, see, Sully just brought up something. Now, Sully, I have a confession. Okay, at the tavern, they had the all you could drink mimosas.
Yeah.
So I may not remember too much.
That's okay.
Just so you.
That's okay.
You remember Nick was with me there too at the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
All four of us would be out in the middle of the street during halftime throwing the rock around. And they had the little farmer's market, so we could do that because the street was closed off.
Yep. Oh my God. You brought up a good memory. Holy shit.
Where you right now, Sully? You in Colorado?
No, I'm in South Carolina now, Myrtle Beach.
Okay, cool.
Did you make it out to Winter's wedding or no?
No, unfortunately, I ain't make it out to the wedding. But next time you go back to Denver, bro, you got to go to the new Giants bar.
Yeah, I heard it's nice.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I might have to do that. Okay, man, that's good. Oh man, see, this is what I'm talking about right here.
That's one of the biggest airports too, Denver. Good lord.
Jalen, go ahead and give me your final thoughts and outro.
Okay. My final thoughts. Well, I was upset about that game, but I think I'm pretty confident about us going up against Philly just because they haven't exactly been playing all that well lately. Way I see it, two things I want to happen. One, I want them to bury Kevin Durant as much as they can. Because it's like you left us after saying, "Oh, I want to be a Giant for life." I'm like, nah. It's like you can't do that. So it's like you say you want to be a Giant, then at the first sign of trouble, you turn tail and run to the Eagles. No, I was gonna say every fan in that stadium is probably gonna be calling for your head as soon as you walk out that tunnel.
I hope Dex pancakes them.
You and me both, man. You and me both.
It's gonna be something. All right, fam. Let me hear it one time.
Let's go, Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you.
Later, brother.
All right, Jalen.
Yeah, I hope Dex touches him every play and not in a good way.
Hey, Sneaky.
Yo.
You forgot to move around to me when we was asking about the kids.
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry about it.
No, it's
because
fine.
and you know what? I'm glad you brought that because I want to ask you how your son did in his game this weekend.
My son, man. Yeah, that was a great comeback because my son, man, he really showed out. So he plays wide receiver and corner in his flag football, and this was like his best corner game that I've seen him play. Right now, they undefeated. They got their last game of the season Saturday, so we gonna see.
How many picks did he get this weekend?
He didn't get any picks, but he had some deflections. He had some pulled flags. He got mossed one time, right? And I thought and like the parents and everybody kind of reacted like, wow.
Right.
I was like, yo, I want to see how he answers. And he's just like his pops. He turned that game face on and won't nobody catching anything after that.
I love it. I love it.
That's how Banks should be.
We got a young man.
You might want to give a masterclass to Banks.
That's how Banks should be, man. For real.
And how many kids you got?
Well, I have 4 kids, right? But I just wanted to say this. Only my moms and my twin know this. I'm expecting one more.
Oh wow!
Hey, congrats!
Yeah, it might be in the water.
Basketball squad now.
It might be in the water.
I had to, you know what I mean? I had to even the basketball squad out. I had to get all 5.
Hey,
congratulations, man.
Are you hoping for the girl?
I want a boy.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, man. When you don't want no girls because it's a wrap.
Yeah, so I have 2 girls. That's why I want a boy.
Oh, you already have 2 girls?
Yeah, I have 2 girls.
So I thought you said all boys.
No, I have 2 girls and 2 boys.
Oh,
okay. Well, hopefully one of them could be a quarterback for the Giants, man.
I think it's Dash that got all boys. Me and Dash.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Anna, how many kids you got?
2 grown ass kids.
Right.
I mean, adults. I can't even call them kids anymore. My daughter's 26 and my son's 21.
There you go.
And Danny, how many kids that you know of that you might have?
I hate you.
Papa was a rolling stone.
We find out
wherever he laid his hat was his home.
Danny, you a truck driver, Danny?
Danny's
like, you motherfucker.
No.
He's not up to Tyreek Hill yet, but he's working on it.
Pushing them 18-wheelers cross country.
No. No, I got no kids. No kids on this side.
That you know of. Yeah. Hey, but I'll tell you what. If you need that plus one for the Maury Povich, come on, man.
I'll give you a shot.
I'm your guy. I'm your guy. I'm your defendant. I'm the one that like, he ain't yours. You know he ain't the daddy. You know that anyway. Guys, I can't tell you how much I appreciate y'all. Sully, go ahead. Let's keep this thing rolling. Give me your final thoughts. What's up?
All right, so I'm just hoping we show up because clearly we don't know which DJ is going to show up. I'm tired of the flash in the pan, Dan. I need more again. I need more consistent play. You know, like Danny said earlier, I said it 2 weeks ago that DJ had to win this stretch. You know, for me to even consider going down to the station. And after this last game, man, you got me hopping back in the cab to tell them take me back home. You know, so I need the offense as a whole, and it's not that they have been playing bad. It's just our offensive general on the field is too inconsistent. So if we can get the consistency, defense continue to play lights out. I ain't worried about the Sheagles. I ain't worried about Kevin Durant. We can pull out the dub if the entirety of the offense shows up. Let's go Giants. Out.
I like that.
All right,
Thank
brother.
you. Uh, Dash, as always, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for
Appreciate it, man.
gracing us. Yeah, give me your thoughts, man.
Thank you for having me. So actually I got two things. I got a quick story for you guys, right? So my mother still lives in New Jersey. My sister, so my brother-in-law calls me because his son plays flag football. TP reminded me of this story. He goes, "Hey, I think Eli Manning is on the field right now." I'm like, "Huh?" So I think that's Eli Manning, and this was 2 weeks ago, right? So I'm like, if it's Eli Manning, just let me know for sure. Calls me back this past Sunday. He was like, "That was Eli Manning," and guess who I'm talking to right now? Eli Manning, right? And the proof is in the pudding. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh my God.
What?
That is crazy.
That is fucking dope.
Right? And then he calls me a half hour later with somebody else. He goes, I don't know if you guys can see this guy. This is the other picture. Hold on a second. Because his son is pretty good in flag football. And they actually are recruiting him. It's Eli Manning has a separate team, but the guy that's running it is this guy here. Let's see if you guys remember this Giants legend. The guy played 13 years with Zach
That's
Diassi,
Diassi, right?
Zach Diassi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a chance to say hi to Zach Diassi on the phone, man. It was cool, man. It was cool.
Only father and son tandem to ever win a Super Bowl with the same team.
Yeah.
Diassi's. But the other thing is this, just my thoughts. I learned how to compartmentalize. And no matter what, I root for the New York Giants, despite how I personally feel about certain players. So with that being said, I do believe that the New York Giants will beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm praying that Daniel Jones goes off. Period. Because I hate the Eagles more than I don't like Jones a little bit, but it is what it is. But that's it, man. And let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you,
All right,
fam.
Dash.
Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
That reminds me of a story. I got a phone call while I'm at work one day going, why the hell is he calling me? I answer the phone. It's Tiki Barber. I'm like, what?
I had
You wouldn't have to know who that was, would you?
I had okay. Because I'm gonna tell you, and I don't care who hears this. When I walked in that little, what do you call it? Wherever they call it, right?
The
gazebo, and I saw Tiki Barber, and if I didn't say one word to him, I would have never heard the end of it from Ant. I would have been called a bitch of the rest of my life. If I
could have found worse things.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably. I have to talk to him, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad Ant's ghost per se gave me the nudge to talk to Tiki and have a conversation. So, that being said, Danny, give me your final thoughts.
Well, I just hope our fan base shows up Sunday because you know how usually Eagle fans they say they run MetLife Stadium. They usually show up and make it a home game for them. Nah, let's switch that.
Yeah.
We gotta show up and show out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show up and show out. Let it be all blue, not all green. Gotta make it all blue. And let's just show Kevin Durant that he knows that he left something good. He left something great. He left something that he can never go back to. He'll definitely regret the move. You know what I'm saying? He'll definitely regret it later because I think he went to a team that's struggling as well. They're struggling as well. They're not playing good. So, and as for Mr. Number 8, Daniel Jones, TP Sneaky, you know how I feel about him. I just hoping that the Daniel Jones from last Sunday's game doesn't show up for this Sunday's game.
Facts.
I'm with you on
Don't
that.
don't make the same boneheaded mistakes. If you don't see nobody there, don't throw it up in the air, please. Just take the sack or go out of bounds
Facts.
or throw it away. Please. This is, as me and Ant always saying, this is year 6. You have to be smart. And if you're gonna use your legs on Sunday, got Daniel Jones,
Don't fall
do it
down.
the smart way.
Yeah,
Slide early. Slide early. Don't take them hits, please. Because when he was taking them hits, Sneaky, I was like cringing. I'm like, yo,
Oh, me too. Oh no, me too.
I was like, bro, what are you
Every
doing?
single time. Like, yeah. Oh no, I get it.
I'm just, yeah. Let's hope our running game continues. Tracy keeps this momentum going. Our defense, that's just, I don't even have to worry about our defense because I know they're gonna show up. I know they're gonna show up. But let's hope for a win, boys. And Thursday you'll have a show on Thursday, Sneaky.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, see you boys on Thursday. Let's go
All right, brother.
Giants. Out. Good night, boys.
Appreciate you,
All right,
fam.
bro.
TP, let me hear it, man.
So Danny said in the beginning of the show, man, how Daniel Jones is making me look crazy. Can't argue with the man. Daniel Jones, if you do that again, you will be making me look crazy. So do this. Make me look good. How about you go out there and make me look like the man that I know I am? Okay? Do not make a fool out of me. Sneaky, you said this one time, and it's been in my head since you said it. Help me help you.
Max, help me, Danny, please.
That
Help me,
is
help
it.
you.
That is it. Listen.
I wish I made that up on my own. I swear, I wish I did.
So, all in all, we all want the same thing, man. And they would really make me feel a lot better if we can really beat Philly. I will feel a whole lot better about how I feel now. And me, I'm just the type of guy. I'm not gonna say it's done, it's over until the fat lady comes out and sings. That's just me, and I don't blame anybody for thinking otherwise. I understand it could be a little in denial when it comes to that, but that's just me. So on that note, let's go Giants.
Appreciate you, fam. Have a good night. And last but definitely not least,
good show tonight, man. And I was a good boy tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
If the football gods are listening, I want Daniel Jones to win. End of story. I'm gonna critique him every time he plays bad. When he plays good, I'll give him his kudos. But if anybody knows me in any of Sneaky G Man's shows, this game is the one that I want more than any other game, except for the next time we play them too. I want to beat Philly. I want to shut Saquon down to nothing. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but But yeah, I don't want to see him get hurt. I like Saquon. I think he's a good dude. He did some messed up stuff, and eventually I'll learn to forgive him. But I want to see the Giants start winning again, man. That's what the ultimate goal is. And like I always say, I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care who plays on this team at all. I don't care who coaches this team. If we get wins, that's all that matters. Sneaky, I appreciate you, man. I love you, brother. You definitely are a brother from another mother. And let's go Yankees and let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Hell yeah, Yankees 2-0, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Great show tonight. I want to thank everybody that came on. Tanya, thank you. B. Murphy, thank you. Everybody, today was a great show. I know we'll talk more in depth with Philly come next week. And we'll talk more on Philly on Thursday. Now it's pretty much a recap of the game, and it's something I know we want to put away. And I want to let something be known. I did not say anything about the Dallas Cowboys tonight. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. If somebody wants to watch the whole 2 hours again, please let me know. But I don't anyway. But I want to thank everyone that came on. Great conversation. God, we're a small family. It's a beautiful thing. And I'll see y'all Thursday night. Until then, please put somebody in headlock. No, give somebody put a smile on somebody's face, and let's go Giants. Wait, hold on. Let me start over. Danny, please. Danny, you listen. Please. Okay. Just rip the mother, just we'll talk more about this on Thursday. Let's go Giants. Ow!
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, aka SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
Have a good night, Malakas.